Hello everybody. How is everybody doing today, guys? I hope that everybody had the most fantastic day. Hold on just one moment. I am just going to enter unimportant information, and here we go. Hello to beautiful Lilith. Hello to Watson. Yes, there's Watson. Hi. Hello to Crystal, to beautiful Susan, to Aki, to Laura. Nice to see you guys. We're actually going to start this off tonight with Reshma. So Reshma's question of last night, you are going to be the very first one. So let's go for it. When I am done with our beautiful Crystal, I will be moving on forward to Laura. So Laura, just wait a couple minutes before posting your question, okay, sweetie? And let's start this off. So let's just go over here. Well, hello, football. Nice to see you. All right, and I said we were starting this off with Reshma, did I not? All right, well, let's go for it then. And we are the 11th. I also have a Christiana who has sent money, but I do not have a question. So, my beautiful Christiana, I will be with you in a few moments for your question also, sweetie. So let's start off with Reshma. You would like to know a timestamp at 1:30, please, for our dear friend Reshma. We want to know what is going on over here. What are Azar's energies? Let's go and figure that out. My kids were trying to kill me, I think, onto the trampoline. I just got off of that trampoline. My dear gosh. Hello, Zach. Nice to see you. It is you. All right. Okay. Hi, Ting. Okay, I got you. Give me a few moments, okay, before posting your question. I appreciate it, and I do thank you so very much. You're going to be right after Laura, okay? So let's go and see. Reshma, what are we getting coming on out? How are you doing, Zach, today? Ghost is already playing with our candles. All right, 7 of Pentacles. It feels as though Azar is actually looking over here. Sure thing, Haitian. And I hope I'm saying your name well. So, yes, absolutely. I think I'll call you Ms. Ting because I'm for sure not going to screw that one up, sweetie. It is perfect. So here we go. It is, Laura, honestly. My dear gosh, 2 kids jumping on the trampoline wanting a bunch of stuff. Seriously, I'm like, that hurts the legs. Ooh la la. Painful stuff. Oh, it is not meant for me, really. All right, so let's go for it. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, King of Cups. Also getting over here the Hermit and the 7 of Cups. I'm going to have to say over here for my beautiful Reshma, I feel as though we're staying onto the low side. I don't feel like we're really wanting to... I don't feel like we're wanting to modify anything. I don't feel like we're wanting to really change anything. What I can truly see over here, that Anderson, Zach, I did not, sweetie. I was waiting for you to pop on in, but when you popped on in, I was way too busy and I didn't have time. But I did keep it, so I will use it onto our next 18 plus, sweetie. I got it. So I'm sorry, Reshma. What I was saying to you here, sweetie, is that I feel like we're staying onto the low. I don't feel like we're happy into our life. I don't feel like we're really ready to make any move or to make any changement. And I'm also going to say, as much as we don't really want to make any modifications at this moment, we are trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I feel like it's difficult, but we do see it. We do see that there is room, that there is growth, that there are some modifications that can come on through. Within these modifications, I do feel and I do see over here that we do have our beautiful 7 of Pentacles telling me that we would like to invest. We would like to invest into the relationship with you. But my 7 of Cups is telling me that we are a little bit at a contrast. Are we ready for that? Is that really what we are good for at this moment? And it seems to be more of a no. So I'm getting the intentions of wanting to be with you, the intentions of wanting to find happiness, because we're ultimately unhappy right now, but not really being able to find it or not really being able to see it, right? So ultimately, I'm going to say over here, I feel as though Azar is on guard. I feel like we're on almost waiting for some type of new information, something new to come on in, and that might just kind of change a whole game. You know, sometimes we wait for that sign, or we wait for that specific moment, or sometimes we give ourselves some deadlines. I feel like this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that specific moment where we're not really going to have to make a decision. It's just really going to happen. So it could be great procrastination, honestly. So for the moment, I'm going to say things are pretty much stagnant with the feelings and the emotions of wanting to be with you, thinking about being with you, but not making any action and keeping, you know, the situation that we have onto the other side. It's kind of complex, my beautiful, and I know I know that you know all about it, sweetie. Let me go and give you some messages coming from him. I'm going to go over here, and let's start off with this one. I feel alone, I feel into the dark, and I'm wondering, where is my light? Have I lost all control of my life because I seem to just kind of be messing things up over and over again? I'm feeling empty. I'm feeling hollow inside. I can't really open up right now. I'm slowly feeling a little bit abandoned by you, and it's kind of triggering me. It's making me sad. Let's switch up decks and let's go see what I got onto the other side for you. Let's go to this one. I don't want you running away from me every time that I show my emotions. I do want a future with you. I want you to find the courage to let me into your heart. This month you say is going so fast. I know, Watson. I was saying that to David. I was wondering what has happened. I have not yet received the school list, and I know that if I don't receive them soon, when I go buy stuff, I will not be able to find it. Oh my gosh, there was one mom. I went after report cards, and at the end of the school year, I always buy my kids some gifts, you know, because they do good, they deserve it, and it's just that extra motivation. And I was at a toy shop. Oh my gosh, and this toy shop does sell. They do like the scholar list for you. They take care of everything. And there was this mom there. Honestly, school had been over like 5 days, and she was already there buying for her son and her daughter the stuff for the following session. Poor kids. They just want their summer. All right, let's go see. I want you to know that my heart only belongs to you. The universe brought us together for a reason. Let's not ignore it. Yeah, I know, right, Amy? It's kind of crazy, isn't it, sweetie? Let's go and see over here. One moment. I'm still with our beautiful Reshma. Eki is up next, followed by Crystal and Susan. I want to hold you in my arms, and I want to feel our bodies unite as one. I'm tired of being away from you physically. I'm trying to process my fear so I can come back to you. I want to know everything about you, but I hold myself back from asking because sometimes I'm a little bit afraid that I might just go a little bit too deep. I feel the sexual energy between us, and it's beyond physical attraction. It needs to be elevated to the expression of deep, unconditional love. I don't know, I think I just kind of got the hiccups for no good reason. I am sorry, so if you don't hear a sound every once in a while, I don't know, it appeared of nowhere. We are coming into union. My beautiful Reshma, I am sending you so much beautiful love, sweetie. I will see you later. Let me know if you do have any other additional questions, and I hope that your mom is doing okay, sweetie. Kids deserve their summer. They do. And then they get, I know, Watson. And honestly, summer goes way too quickly. And over here, I know, like, Lexi's kids finish school like almost a whole month before mine. My kids finish on the 24th of June. Well, the 23rd of June, and they start back like, well, 2 months later, so like 8 weeks. But that just flies by, honestly. Oh, it's too quick. Aki, notes from Lincoln. Yes, the new black and red rose. Absolutely. Let's go and do this over here. I'm going to add in tonight the one that I did not yesterday that I'm just kind of forgotten about. So let's go for it. I pushed you away because I just did not really want that responsibility. Aki is at 10 minutes, by the way. I'm sorry, 10 minutes. I know what I'm doing. I kind of play dumb and I am a little bit confused, but I mostly do know what I am doing and where I am going with all of this. My focus right now is on my life. I don't really want to bother you and I don't want to worry you. No one else can make me feel the way that you do, but I will take this with me in great secret if I'm never able to tell you. You have become a little bit of that impossible dream. I am wondering if we will be able to reunite again. I knew that I was losing you, but I didn't quite know how to keep you with me. And then you wanted to know the Cupid deck. Yeah, the Cupid one is so cute. I like the Cupid one. All right. Let's heal past trauma and let's get over it. Hello, beautiful Karen. I've been watching you over from far. Hello, Big Cleo. I wish that you could understand how I feel. I am sorry for breaking your trust. Can you listen to me? I want you to know that I'm trying to find my way back to you. And then you have the new purple, absolutely. And since I'm in the new ones after, I'm going to give you the other one, which is, it's called Shadow Love. So it is red and it has some hearts. So let's go with the purple one over here. My heart belongs to only you. I want to be the one that makes you happy. I want us to meet so that we can talk. I am a keeper. Please do not lose me. I will always be there waiting for you. Hello to Karen and to Big Cleo. How are you guys doing? You're going to walk your dog. Absolutely, sweetie. Absolutely beautiful. We will do that for you, sweetie. Have yourself a nice walk with your dog. Beautiful. And let's go and see over here. Why am I feeling so lost? Please do what is best for your heart. The passion I feel is overwhelming. I don't know how to handle this. I long for your kiss. And this, my beautiful, is called the Shadow Love. So it is just really a black deck. So you could call it the black deck if you wish, or the red and hearts. I don't know. You could call it Shadow Love since it is called Shadow Love also. It might be easier that way. Let me go and get your other ones over here. You would also like to have the blunt deck. Let's go over to the blunt. Doesn't it? I know. Shadow Love. I like the name of it. And it is heart-to-heart messages is what it is all about. All right. First message coming on out is I do feel so much love for you. I want you to know that you are in my dreams. I am going to be telling you how I truly do feel. I do want to make this work. the Truthful deck, and we're going to finish up with the Truthful deck. Here we go. All right. Truthful deck. This love truly does scare me. I want you to know that love is ultimately the answer. I am absolutely obsessed with your body physically. I do want you to know over here that sometimes I'm feeling a little bit selfish. I really only think about me. But ultimately, I do want you to know that even if I am selfish sometimes, you are my absolute everything. And I do want to have some beginnings with you. Becky, sending you so much love, beautiful. Let's go and see Crystal. Crystal, who just left to go with a dog. Crystal's at 16 minutes. A general, hoping for some good things to be coming on in soon, right? Let's go and find that out. So we are with Crystal, timestamp at 16 minutes, please. Susan is up next, followed out by Laura, and Ms. Ting are going to be up next. I know. Hello, Paula. All right, so let me just do this while we're at it. And voila. So what do we have popping on up for you over here, sweetie? I'm getting, I'm going to say some heartache, but I don't necessarily feel as though you're into that heartache kind of a zone. I just feel as though you're into a certain path where there's a lot that has been going on. There's a lot that has gone on also into the past. And I just kind of feel as though there's still some emotional pain that is attached to what has happened with the ex. Altogether, there has been a lot of hurt. There's been a lot of loss. There's been a lot of grief. And I feel like there's, as much as we did want to get away, and you did get away, there was always, when you're getting that transition, a little bit of a resistance to change, a little bit of a something that just kind of pops on up, right? And I feel like ultimately over here, I want you to be careful, and I'm going to put some red flags up because I don't want you to repeat the same patterns that you were in into the past. I don't want you to get stuck into that maze where you end up into another relationship with somebody else who's going to do the same type of toxic stuff. So I'm just going to, and I'm not seeing anybody coming on in at this moment. I just want you to be careful so it does not happen again, because Spirit is mentioning it over here. Other than that, I do feel as though this is the king. This is the person who is irrational, who's a dictator, who's a controlling, ruthless, inhumane, and so on. That would be referred to your ex. So do be careful if ever, you know, he does try to get closer to you or anything of the such. Keep that dog. I don't know how big your dog is over here, but keep your dog not too far away. I'm also seeing a little bit of tension that might be coming on up. It could have to do with work. Just feel as though there's a couple little obstacles kind of going on over here. Other than that, I feel like you need to listen to your intuition at all times. I feel as though financially speaking, things are basically stable. What I'm getting a lot of over here, honestly, is the ex. It's love, it's the hurt, it's the pain, it's the working through it, it's the doubts, it's everything that kind of went along. You're no longer with him, but you still have a lot of hurt, you still have a lot of doubts. It's really difficult to get rid of, and that energy is very, very present over here. So I feel as though we need to slowly start to move away from that. Other than that, I'm going to say you've got that painful ending that is there. I don't see anybody new coming on in. I'm going to say not until December, maybe even January. In January and December, there could be somebody coming on in who seems to be of the sign of, I'm getting the sign of Scorpio over here. They seem to be fairly tall. They seem to have darker colored hair. They have darker colored eyes. This is somebody who usually dresses quite casual, somebody who's very smart, very down to earth, and I do not feel as though they're going to fit into any patterns whatsoever. This is somebody who is really very loving, very caring. So hopefully you will be meeting this person and your paths will, you know, combine. You're meeting this person in December, beginning of January, at some type of gathering. There seems to be a lot of people into a room, but I don't know exactly where it is that you are, sweetie. So I'm going to say hopefully this person comes on in for you at that moment. Stay away from the ex. Other than that, I feel as though there's stability. I feel like there's a lot of healing, but beautiful things coming on in because, you know, we're leaving that past behind. Sending you a whole lot of love, Crystal. I got you busy on those timestamps, don't I, beautiful Lilith? We're going to put a timestamp over here for Susan. I would need Amy to please post your questions, sweetie. Amy and Ting. Please, Amy and Ting, post your questions from PayPal. Susan, at 20 minutes on, it was like 15 seconds. Will Andrew ask you to marry him, and which month is this going to be happening? Please do be aware that it can change depending on what you're going to do. He's ultimately waiting for you over here, Susan, to leave Brian. So until you leave Brian, we're kind of pushing off the whole date of marriage. I don't feel as though marriage is going to come on in or asking to get married for the following year. So, but it's a year after you leave Brian. But let's go see what Spirit has to say. So let's go over here. I'm just getting some crazy cards tonight, and voila. Well, Andrew asked you to marry him on which month? All right, I'm getting over here Nine of Pentacles, followed out by our Fool, also working together. This is ultimately it. He's going to wait until you have left the other, until your mind is absolutely secure. Once that is done, you can calculate 10 to 12 months before something is really made and done. So I'm going to say, if you decide to leave, and I feel like you're not going to stay with Brian for the rest of the year, so I will say by here till the, let's say, following fall, all the way, not this fall, the following one after 2023, until Christmas 2023, somewhere around those dates, sweetie. Spirit, I would like to know, will Andrew ask Susan to marry him? And that is a yes. Please do let me know the month, around which month. I'm getting around November of which year. Please do let me know. 2, 2, and 3. So 2023, my beautiful. So it will be for next year. And will you and Andrew be successful together? And is he going to be faithful to you and only want to be with you? I know that is very important for you. I know that you're going to be wondering about this a lot. I'm going to take my ultimate deck onto cheats and so on to really make sure that this answer is 1000% right. Will you and Andrew be successful together? And is he going to be sick? Is he going to be faithful to you and really just want to be with you? Ultimately, over here, we're only going to have eyes for you. We're only going to be wanting to look at different possibilities with you, to hold on to you. I feel as though once we leave Brian, our emotions can finally come on out. We do not have to navigate anymore onto that sea of uncertainty. Will the relationship be successful? Ultimately, yes. Our queen is finally getting what it is that she deserves, because all this time, our queen, which is you, my beautiful, has been looking. You've been searching, you've been trying to find that beautiful divine love, that one that is good, that is pure, that is faithful to you, one that you don't have to ask yourself a million different questions about how they feel, what they're doing, are they cheating, and this is going to be offered to you. So ultimately, you're finding what you desire. Is he going to cheat on you? Absolutely not, sweetie. You have found your Prince Charming. All you have to do now is decide when you want to truly dedicate yourself to Prince Charming. Let's go and see our dear friend Amy, followed by Ting. And I do believe that my chat is probably, oh, there you go. It was like blocked again. I don't know why it's been doing that, honestly. Okay. Let's move on forward. It's a beagle. Okay, but he's terrified of him. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. All right, okay. I'm sorry. You need pepper spray then, Crystal. Oh, yeah, your Beagle's not going to help you. I'm sorry. But a Beagle is a really cute little dog. Amy, here we go. And Ting, we want Pisces current feelings. Absolutely. Thank you so very much. Hello, my beautiful Zaria. Nice to see you. Hello, Julie. Also, I'm doing great. How are you doing, my beautiful one? All right, here we go. And let's start over here with Amy. What do you need to know? After Amy and Ting, we're moving on forward to Karen, to Big Cleo, to Paula, Zarius Tarot. If you do want to ask 2 questions, you may pick 2 questions, beautiful, but do not post them right away, okay? Just give me a couple minutes. I will fit you in after Paula, okay? All right, so my beautiful Amy, what is it exactly that you do need to know? You need to know over here that not necessarily into your life, but I feel into Cancer's life, there is a great lack of direction altogether. I feel as though we're staying, but ultimately for every single one of the wrong reasons. Now, you're wondering, why, is he staying with her? Why are they trying to fix things? Why? Ultimately, even Spirit is saying it's all for the wrong reasons over here. It's about faking happiness, but it's about being afraid of losing a certain commitment, being afraid ultimately of starting anew. So what you do need to know over here is a great time of self-reflection, of self-love for yourself. I feel like at this moment, this is a time for you, Amy, to turn to your intuition. It is a time for you to take care of yourself. You need to start looking for comforting connections, tender ones, sweet things in life, shared moments, beautiful things that are not necessarily related to a loving or a physical type of relationship. This is what Spirit wants you to do, and this is what you need to know at this moment. Amy's future, love and money and happiness. All right. For the moment, Amy's future is tired. Amy is kind of fatigued. She's kind of exhausted. You're moving forward. You're doing so many different things, but even on some things, Amy, I feel as though there are some parts of your life where you're a little bit unsure. What do you do? What are your true motives? Where are your boundaries? How far can you really move on forward? What can you do? So I feel as though we're a little bit into a lack of direction onto your side also, because ultimately you know what you want with your career, but every other element that is surrounding is a little bit in limbo, right? It's a little bit here and there. So we need to find ourselves there. We're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but one single step at a time. Love-wise, I'm seeing some insecurity. I'm seeing a certain addiction to Cancer, so that's going to be a little bit difficult to break. I'm also seeing over here onto the other side that for you personally, Amy, it is a time for you to rest. It is a time to seek solitude, to recover, to find peace, and ultimately to find that beautiful contemplation. So I'm going to say happiness, you're going to find it with your self-love. You're going to find it within time as you find your answers of what you're doing with Cancer. Money-wise, no great abundance at this moment. I'm going to say a certain stability. It's a beginning. I feel as though everything has its beginning and everything takes a certain amount of time in order to create that certain abundance into your life. So the important thing is you're moving on forward, you're happy, you're passionate, and it's keeping you busy. I say keep on going for it, keep on putting that love and attention. Things will come your way. I don't ultimately feel as though, good money will necessarily be coming on in for the following year. After that, I feel like definitely yes. So this is what I'm seeing with that. As for love, Amy, I'm going to say Spirit seems to say that this is toxic, that it could be a good thing to just leave it onto the side, see whatever happens. And will Cancer's marriage and why? And Cancer's thoughts. Let's go see. Well, Cancer's marriage end. We're seeking. We're trying to make things better. I feel as though we put in a little bit of a pause upon the whole thing. So will it end? Ultimately into the future, I will say yes, there's no doubt about it. But it could be in 2, it could be in 3, it could be in 4, it could be in 5 years from now. But it's definitely not into the following year. I feel as though for the moment, we're going to try to patch things up. It's going to take a certain amount of time, and we're going to give ourselves a certain amount of time. So ultimately, I'm going to say the relationship is not going to be able to survive this. But I don't feel as though into the following year that it is going to end. Ultimately, when it does end, it is going to be for that trust. It is going to be about those third parties. Cancer's thoughts on Amy in the future. Ultimately over here for the moment, a little bit taking a back seat. Right now with Amy, we're feeling caught into a situation where we know we can reach out, we can talk, we can go see you. We are the master of our own life. We can do it if we want to, but we know that we can't, because if we do, we're going to get caught. Since we know that we're going to get caught, and this is definitely not something that we want, we're staying distant. We're not contacting. We're going to stay far away for quite an amount of time. I'm going to say at least for the following month or two, sweetie. There's not really going to be any communication coming on in. He simply cannot take my beautiful Amy a chance. I feel as though at some point things are going to actually start moving a little bit quicker onto his side, and this is where we might be able to find some kind of room or some kind of place to try to contact you, to try to see you. So, but it's not going to be for right away. As for the future, I don't really feel, I feel like he wants to keep the same connection that he had before, but maybe more secretive, because he ultimately doesn't want to get caught. And ultimately, he loves his wife because he's been with his wife for a really, really long time. But does he truly love his wife? No. He loves the fact that he knows everything, that it's predictable, and so on. My beautiful Laura. Well, let's go and see Ting. Pisces current feelings. After Ting, because I'm so sorry, I don't want to, you know, not say your first name well. I'm going to move over to Karen and Big Cleo. So let's go and see this over here. What is coming on up? So Pisces current feelings, beautiful. I am getting over here, and thank you for your patience. The 8 of Pentacles followed out by our 9 of Wands, also getting the Magician and the 3 of Wands. Ultimately, I'm getting some kind of mixed, the intentions are good, let me put it that way, okay? I feel like the intentions are good, they are there, they are strong. We do want to work onto this, but I kind of feel like this is for, it could be a reconciliation. There's something going on here that's a little bit off, because we're a lot on guard. We're just staying a little bit onto the side, and we're even wondering, should we make a move or should we not? Not too sure about how it is going to be accepted. At this moment, I'm going to have to say our intentions are good about wanting to work upon something together, wanting to reconciliate, wanting to move on further, wanting to fix a conflict, or wanting to make this better. But we don't know quite how to do it, and we're a little bit afraid of doing it at this moment. So ultimately, I feel as though we just don't have that strength. We don't have that vision for the future at this moment. Therefore, we don't quite have those capabilities of moving on forward. So I'm going to say for the moment, I feel as though there's interest, there is love, but there's no movement, sweetie. Hopefully the movement will come later on, beautiful. Sending you so much love. Well, hello, my beautiful IG. Nice to see you, sweetie. I got you. Beautiful. I will leave you some timestamps if I do not see you later on. You don't feel, yeah, I know. I know, sweetie. I'm going to go and see over here Karen, Big Cleo, and Paula. And then I'm going to be with our dear friend Zaria. Let's go and see. Messages from Spirit, my beautiful. Actually, I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to go to this one over here. So, messages from Spirit for Karen. I hope you're doing good, my beautiful IG. Oh, Zaria, you're so sweet. Yes, yes, and yes. IG, just, we all deserve it. My gosh, IG has been through an awful lot. That is so sweet of you, Zaria. I'm going to say over here for Karen, messages from Spirit. I feel as though there's major changes that are coming in for you. It's really about breaking some type of... you need to call your mom right now. All right, you go for it, Julie. I hope everything's okay, sweetie. Karen, there's a breaking of a cycle that is necessary over here. All right, Paula. I feel like this is about things that might be a little bit beyond your control. I feel as though there's major changes. There's a really big push and a really just turning point that seems to be coming in for you. Whatever this is that is coming on in, it is coming from an exterior force. Ultimately, what I do see over here is really about being inspired, being concentrated, and knowing that what you want, you can achieve if you put your mind and you put all your resources towards it. I do feel as though over here, honestly, you do have a lack of clarity. You have a lack of clarity over here into your life. Somebody seems to be playing childish games, or they're being a little bit childish, some kind of an immature kind of way, which is a little bit conflicting your life, or has been conflicting your life, and you're trying to get over this. Altogether, there is some blocked intuition. There's some uncertainty. There's some deception. There's some instability. You have so many dreams, sweetie. You have, though, a little bit of anxiety that's coming on through. I'm not going to say that you're ultimately very an anxious type of person. I don't see you that kind of way, but you do have some anxiety coming on in. And I feel like this anxiety is really coming from that unknown. It is coming from that non-clarity. And this is going to be really necessary for you to break on through, to break that cycle and to move on forward. Ultimately, it is what Spirit is trying to ask you to do right now. So what you need to do is to do a test of faith. Whatever it is that you feel that you must do, you must go healing. You must be calm. You must have your beautiful hope, and you must just jump on in. Doesn't matter if you're feeling kind of vulnerable. You must get yourself out of this cycle so that beautiful abundance can come into your way. May it be at work. May it be in love. All right, Ting. I want to post your question right away, Ting. I'll answer you, sweetie. Because you were just there, sweetie. Ting, please do post your question. I'll answer you as soon as I see it. Beautiful. Also getting over here, my beautiful Zaria, also, please do post your question, okay, sweetie? Karen, I know you like angel messages. Let me go see what the angels have to give for you as a message also. And then I'm moving over to Big Cleo, to Ting, and to Paula. And whenever I see Zaria, she's going to be after Paula. So congratulations, a message from your angels that you're manifesting wealth and beautiful prosperity. This is encouragement to have faith in your divine path. Now is a time for you to live in your truth and to be a light to others. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I got you. Thank you for your questions, Zaria. Big Cleo, will Pisces contact you? We're going to put a timestamp over here, 39 minutes for our beautiful Big Cleo. Will Pisces contact Big Cleo back to reconcile and for you guys to date as a couple again? Let's go and discover. All right, beautiful. We're looking to balance out our life right now. We're looking for some harmony. We're looking for some happiness that we do not have at this moment. But you do need to know that he is going to be contacting you. There's no doubt about it over here. I am getting good news coming on in. I am getting some beautiful things. So I'm definitely going to have to say to you, it is a yes. And he is the one who is going to be contacting you to be a couple, to date again. I still don't feel, though, it is happening for at least, I'm going to say, the following 2 to 3 weeks. let me go and validate that. Thank you, Lilith, and thank you, Zaria. So I want to know over here, will Pisces contact Big Cleo back to reconcile? And that is a yes. And will they become a couple again? Ultimately a yes. And when will this happen? Please do let me know when. In how many weeks? And I am getting 2 to 3 weeks, sweetie. So still pretty much into the same zone. Well, Pisces and Big Cleo will be together as a couple for a long time to come. Spirit, for Big Cleo, please. Will Pisces and Big Cleo be together as a couple for a long time to come? And that is a yes. And let me go and ask this with the not with the pendulum, but with the cards. Thank you, Ting, for posting. I appreciate it, sweetie. My beautiful. Will Pisces and you be together as a couple for a long time to come? There's no doubt about it over here, sweetie. The very important thing is to get over the conflict that you guys are having right now. We do have a lot of passion. We do have a lot of desire to want to be with you. Right now, we do have that desire of resting, no doubt about it. But after that, we are definitely looking over here to a passionate. We're looking for manifestation. We're looking for putting hard work and time and love and patience into the relationship. So it's a definite yes for that commitment, for the long term, sweetie. Sending you so much love, my beautiful Big Cleo. I just finished you, sweetie. Let me know if there's anything else you would like to know. Here we go. I am will myself or someone in the future. Will someone end up doing that? Okay. Ting, thank you very much for posting. I'm going to go and see just one moment over here. Okay, and here we go. So, oh, that's what your message is all about, Paula. All right. Okay, so let's go for it, sweetie. So, let's go and find out what we've got. Let's start off with the general reading, and let's go see how ex-Leo is feeling and thinking. So we are with our beautiful Paula at this moment. I'm getting over here our Ace of Swords. Now, my Ace of Swords followed on out by the Hanged Man. Also getting over here our Six of Swords. But very important, our Six of Swords is into the reverse position, Paula, which is truly, really saying that, you know what? We're not going anywhere. We're absolutely not. But I'm going to get into that with the feeling and thinking in just a few moments, because this is actually your general. And I know into your general, there's a lot going on about love, because ultimately there's a lot of love going on right now. And that is pretty much what is preoccupying you at this moment. So I feel as though you ultimately into your life, may it be, I don't feel as though work, I feel like work is what it is, and it is good and it is okay. I don't feel like you necessarily need any novelty. But I feel like into your love life, into your life in general, not necessarily wanting to change some things. You're looking for clarity. You're looking for some answers. And I see that you're doing that. And you're feeling kind of bad into a way, because you really are just kind of stagnant, right? You're kind of stuck into that position over here. Ultimately, I do want you to know that I know that you're thinking about the relationship. I know that you're thinking about Leo. You're wondering, is justice ever going to be made? Do I take her back if she does come back? Because, my dear gosh, she keeps doing this to me over and over and over again. Just don't know what it is that I should do. You have a lot of doubts. You have a lot of questions. But ultimately, I know that you're thinking, and I know that she's coming right back. What I can see over here is, you know what? Things can't really get worse than they are into this love relationship with Leo. A lot of indecisions, a lot of wondering, what do we do? Do we separate? Do we stay together? There's always these breakups. There's always somewhat of some gossip into a way, but not quite. There's a lot being said, manipulative, that is just kind of wrong. Ultimately over here, I feel like Spirit, you decide what it is that you want to do. But Spirit seems to say that this is just not a good situation, that it is best to leave this relationship as it is. So that is what you do need to know. Let me go and see how she's feeling. Okay, how she's feeling, what she's thinking about. Well, let's go do that. So how is she feeling, and thank you. And don't worry about your notes, sweetie. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate you letting me know, sweetie. So let's go and see. How is she feeling and thinking? At this moment, I feel like you're the one who's feeling a little bit left onto the side. You're the one who's wondering what is going to be happening. What are we going to do with all of this, right? Ultimately, there is love. As much as you are really, really upset with her, there's love, and she does still love you also. She's not ready to reconciliate, though, right away. So that is still not quite happening right away. I'm still going to have to say within the following 10, maybe 12 days still before you get any message coming from her. But she's definitely going to want to reconciliate and to be back with you. Question is, what are you going to do? So for the moment, I feel as though she is really just thinking. She's believing what she said. She truly is. She was trying to be onto her own side. She was trying to think about her own things, figure things out. But she's figuring out that she just cannot let you go, that she does love you, that she does care for you. And this is why, ultimately, she's going to be coming on back, sweetie. Before I move on forward to Zaria and Ting, let's go and see over here. Will or is Leo's ex-girlfriend thinking about Paula? And that is a yes. Does Leo ex-girlfriend still love Paula? Also a yes. I also want to know over here, will Paula and ex-Leo girlfriend reconciliate? Also getting a yes. Anyways, for the moment, sweetie. Sending you so much love, beautiful. Everything is going to be just okay. Just kind of go with the flow, sweetie. Let's do this. And let's go see what's going on over here. You're nervous, yet excited. Oh no! Big Leo, sending you so much love. Like you just started doing real estate and it makes you really, yeah, you know what? On today's area, I thought about you because we were coming back from the aquarium and we live into, you could call it it's not a cul-de-sac because at the end of the street there's more houses. It just kind of turns. My city's weird. They don't want any speeding, so they make sure there's no speeding. Everything kind of goes in U's, like the letter U. So that being said, yeah, the house onto the corner, like 2 houses away from me on the other side of the street, yeah, I saw it was kind of weird. These 2 people came on out and there was this lady and she had some papers and she was talking about the greenery and the bushes and everything that was around. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're selling their house and there's no sign. I guess they don't want anybody to know that they're selling their house, right? That being said, I thought of you because there's that broker girl who is going to try to sell that house, wondering if she's going to do it, wonder if I'm going to get some new neighbors. So that being said, it is exciting, Zaria. It definitely is. She does, Paula. But you know what? Kind of feel like one thing at a time is necessary over here, sweetie. So Zaria, it is your turn, beautiful. Zaria. Here you go. Why isn't Devontae Washington Lieber responding to your text, right? Okay. Why are we not doing that? What is up with him? And this, honestly, it's always, I feel, Zaria, a good time to be a broker, honestly, because You can make a lot of money. Really, you can. But especially since the last few years, I mean, you could sell a little shack for amazing amount of money. Everything sells crazy expensive. All right, so why isn't Devontae Washington, Libra, responding to your text right now? I kind of feel like we need a little bit of a pause. I'm going to say that we're feeling a little bit caught over here. We care about you. We do love you. We don't want to leave you, but we need a little bit of time by ourselves. I feel as though maybe things are going a little bit too quickly. I feel at the same time that we almost feel as though maybe you want a little bit more from us than we can give right now. I'm getting a pressure. I'm just getting pressure over here. It is pressure. Like there's a little bit too much going on. We just really need to take one step at a time. We want to see each other. We want to be together. It's just really not always. I feel like it's a one-step thing. We don't want to leave you. We do still want to be with you, but we need just a little bit of a break. I feel like whenever you guys, you know, he does write on back, or if you send out a message saying, you know what, how are you doing? You know, am I going too quickly? Is there anything that you would like to modify? Maybe if you send out something of the such, you'll end up getting an answer out of that, sweetie. I just feel like things are moving a little bit too quickly for what he can offer to you at this moment. But I don't feel like he's walking away. And will you bank over close to $3,000 at the end of this month from real estate and your new job at Allied Universe? All right, let's go see that. Thank you, beautiful High Priestess. So Ting is up next. I'm going to go and see if there's anything going on through PayPal, and I'm going to move over to High Priestess. So here we go. I'm getting over here Wheel of Fortune. I feel as though we are on a path. You might just make it. You might make it, but ultimately I'm going to say no. I feel like you're going to be really close. And when I say you might just make it, I feel like there's something is going to come in at the end of the month, but I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be paid right away. Like it might be paid into the first week of August, which is going to make that difference of that money that you know should have been into the month of July, but is really going off into the month of August. So I'm going to say you're going to be really close to it, sweetie, but you're not quite going to make it. Beautiful. I am just going to go into our PayPal and validate that all is good over there. And Ting, it is going to be your turn. So I hope, Ting, that you are here and that you're not too far, because it is your turn again. All right. Let's do this. And then I'm going to be with High Priestess. All right, so here we go. Ting, will Pisces offer something solid into the future, or will somebody else end up doing that, right? Because we're just kind of taking our sweet time, aren't we? Let's go and find out. I'm going to go to this one over here. Are we going to end up doing that for you, sweetie? So if Pisces offers something solid into the future, or is somebody else going to end up doing that? All right, you know what? For the moment, I do. And I just kind of feel like it's going to take a little bit of time. But if you're willing to, if you're willing to be patient, if you're willing to hold on, I do feel as though we are going to be able to offer something good to you into the future, because I do see us taking, you know, a certain advancement. I do feel as though we think that we are meant to be together, that we are trying to search for that ultimate answer to really, you know, be with you. So ultimately, I'm going to say yes, within the following 2-3 months, something good seems to be coming on up. If you don't want to wait, if you feel like it's a little bit too much, and then I say maybe walk away then, because we could end up procrastinating again. It is hard to say, but for the moment, I do feel as though we're thinking about offering something solid to you. We truly are, because we truly do care for you. So hopefully we will not procrastinate too much. Hopefully we will be giving it to you within the following 2 to 3 months. But if it does not happen by then, I'm definitely going to have to say you're better to just, you know, keep on walking, because otherwise we're just going to keep on procrastinating. There's too many barriers. There's too much fear that's going to be blocking Pisces from making that offer if it does not happen within the following 2 to 3 months, sweetie. I can go and see at the same time, just by out of curiosity. Let's say he does not give you that, or you don't want to wait. Let's go see if anybody is popping in for you, okay? Zaria, it is my great pleasure, beautiful. So let's say you decide not to wait for Pisces, and or Pisces procrastinates, never really ends up giving you what we wanted to give you. You're kind of bored about the whole thing. What is going to happen? A little bit of anxiety, a little bit of worry, a little bit of fear. Ultimately over here, you're going to decide that you're going to walk away. As you walk away with some regret, you are going to need about a month, maybe 2 months, to just kind of bring yourself back up, to get your energies back, to get back out there. I'm going to say that if Pisces does not do it, somebody into the month of February is going to be doing it for you. This seems to be somebody who is not of the sign of Pisces. We're going to be speaking about somebody of the sign of Taurus over here. This is somebody who is fairly tall, fairly strong. I feel as though they're very determined, and they have not been into a relationship in approximately the last year. They're ready to get for that real committed relationship. So if it's not going to be Pisces, it'll be somebody else until the month of February next year, sweetie. Ting, sending you so much love, beautiful. Before I move on over to our beautiful over here High Priestess. All right, is our dear Julie somewhere around? Do I have Julie that is here? I do have Julie's questions. As I am waiting for our dear friend Julie, I will answer High Priestess. Julie, in the meanwhile, let me know if you're here. You're right after High Priestess. High Priestess, are you going to get a job at your current company, but in another state? Let's go see. Tang, my pleasure, sweetie. So, High Priestess, are you going to get a job at your current company, but in another state? All right. Are you going to be doing that? I am getting over here the Devil. Yeah, I'm not sure Julie is here at this moment. I guess we're going to have to wait for her. Also getting our Queen, also getting our Ten of Cups on the Moon. Ultimately, I'm going to have to say a no. I do not feel as though, sweeties. So it is a no for a job at your current company, but into another state. I'm not seeing it right now. You're saying you're wanting your manager to help you get a position in a different location, right? I don't see it happening into the following 2 to 3 months, which does not mean that it's not going to happen later on. Let's go and move on for a little bit further. Let's go see around 6 months, High Priestess. Ah, beautiful Amy. I know, sweetie. I'm sending you so much love. It is not easy. A lot has been going on. All right, so ultimately over here, I do see some happiness, financially speaking. Moving on forward over here by our king, I do have our transition. So I'm going to say within the following 3 months, it is a no, high priestess, but within the following 6 months, it is a yes. And I do see you actually being really, really happy. So within the following 6 months, it's a yes. So from here till, let's say, Christmas time. And a general for the next 2 weeks. Absolutely, sweetie. And hello, really, Chris. Thank you, beautiful. Absolutely, really, Chris. Absolutely, sweetie. Let's go for this one over here. What's happening to High Priestess for the next 2 weeks? I'm going to jot down over here, Julie. If you guys see Julie, please do let me know. So a general for the next 2 weeks. What do we have? All right, so we do have over here, I do have some beautiful creativity. I do have some wanting, some changes. I'm having looking towards the future. I'm getting a recovery from a certain financial loss. So I don't know if you've lost any money or if there's hours that's missing or anything of the such, but there seems to be more abundance coming on in over here. So something good seems to be coming your way. Other than that, what I also do see is that you're waiting for this response from your boss about something new coming on in, because this is really what you're looking for over here. So ultimately, I'm going to say you might not be getting your answer within the following 2 weeks, but you are going to get it somewhat soon about this position, but it's going to be for, as I said, around the end of the year. Other than that, I do feel as though this is going to bring a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance. I do feel as though, I feel like you do have some beautiful achievements. I feel like you are happy in life. I feel like you do want some changes with work, but other than that, I feel as though you are content. There are some things that you would like to change, but I don't see anything bad. I don't see necessarily any love, though. I don't see any love into your life, but I see success. I see a certain public recognition. The people that are around you, they do love you. They do have confidence in you. Whatever it is that you move on forward with at this moment, it is going to be victorious. So I'm going to say altogether, beautiful rewards. More money seems to be coming into your way, especially if you didn't lose anything over here. And ultimately, you are going to be getting that answer over here. There might be within the following, I'm going to say month though, either you're joining forces with somebody or you're getting closer bonds with somebody who could ultimately even be a partner into the future. Sending you so much love, High Priestess, and congratulations on what is going to be coming on up for that different location for you, sweetie. Really, Chris, you would like to have a potential love reading between Cedric, Scorpio, and you. Absolutely. And you know what? I'll do Julie's readings after, guys. We'll just leave her a timestamp. She did say that she did have to call her mom, right? I kind of feel like maybe there was something urgent, so we'll leave her a timestamp. I do have her questions. So Julie is after Really, Chris. So really, Chris, let's go for a potential love reading between Cedric and you. I am getting over here some beautiful clarity who seems to be coming your way. So if you're wanting, if you're expecting, you're wondering what is truly going on, is there anything that's going to happen over here, you are definitely going to be getting it. Is there a potential for love with you and Scorpio? It's a definite yes. And I feel as though the clarity is going to be coming your way. The only thing that I'm a little bit unsure about over here is about you, really, Chris. I feel as though Cedric, Scorpio, is definitely going to be offering you something. We want to offer you a relationship. We want to offer you a date. There's something that we want to offer to get to know you more, to have a relationship. I feel as though you do make this person quite happy, or anyways, they believe that you could make them quite happy. But onto your side, I'm seeing a little bit of being ambivalent. You're not sure, ultimately. You're just not sure. You feel as though there could be potential, but do you really want to embark into it or not? You're not completely sure. You know, sometimes you just absolutely know know it's a yes, sometimes you know it's a no, and sometimes you're just a little bit unsure. You're a little bit unsure this time. You don't quite know, and you're kind of wondering, should I do it or should I not? But ultimately, this person is interested in you. This person does generally want to have a relationship with you. And honestly, I can't say that I see really anything bad. I don't really see anything bad upon them. So I'm going to say, if you do want to have this relationship with Cedric, I say why not? As long as you're willing to jump on in with both feet and really give it a good try. Let me know, beautiful, really, Chris, if you have any other questions. My beautiful Laura, I get you, sweetie. I do, but I feel like ultimately that happiness is going to come with healing. It is going to come with self-love, sweetie. We're going to put a timestamp over here for Julie at 1:05. So Julie is at 1:05. Okay. Last time we did a reading on what lessons you're supposed to learn from your relationship with Mike. Okay. What kind of clarity do you need to find? You've been thinking about this. Very nice question. So you want to dig in onto the fact that you need to, this is about getting clarity. So what exactly is it that Spirit meant by saying that you need clarity into this? What kind of clarity do you need to learn to move on forward? You need to learn that ultimately over here, there is different types of love. There's different types of affection. There's different types of relationships. Ultimately, I feel like what Spirit has been trying to say within the clarity is that you must find what you deserve and what you wish to have. You've been holding on to M for a very long time. M has done some bad things, but you keep returning to M. You do have that bond. There is no doubt about it. He loves you. You love him. Perfect. I love it. I do know that he has a lot of beautiful feelings towards you, but I kind of feel like this clarity is coming from the fact that he is open and he closes and he open and he closes and he open and he closes, and he needs to figure this out too. He needs to figure out why he keeps coming back to you, why he keeps blocking you, and you need to figure out, why do you keep going towards him? Why do you keep going back even though he keeps blocking you, even though he keeps doing bad things to you? Why is it? What is special about M that you want to stay with him? And this is what is going to allow you to move on forward. Move on forward either with M or to move on forward with yourself, with your knowledge, with your intuition, with your heart being healed, knowing what you want, on to the next relationship. So if you're not with M, you don't repeat the same cycle. What is Spirit's message for you today? What is Spirit's message for you today? Spirit's message is about a test of faith. Interesting, isn't it? This is about sometimes a lack of inspiration, a lack of faith, feeling hopeless, feeling as though we're a little bit bored about a situation, how it can truly open up doors, how it can truly bring you to different avenues, a little bit like what you're doing. So Spirit is trying to say that, you know what, in moments of despair, in moments of loss, in moments of unclarity, what do we need to do? We need to make ourselves happy. We need to move on forward. New activities, kind of like what you're doing. You need to find yourself again. And by finding yourself, you're going to find that you no longer have any despair. You no longer have any unhappiness. And this is what Spirit is telling you to do. But you know what? You're already working on it. So you're way ahead, sweetie. And is it to help you align to your highest good? It is to help you align to your highest good, but ultimately, I'm not going to go all that far. Ultimately, I'm going to say it is for you to live into the right here, into the right now, every single moment without thinking, what does this person want? What's this person thinking? Let's not waste our energy on people who are not quite able to give us what we deserve right now. Let's use that energy and let's utilize it in career more abundance. Let's utilize it in classes, in artistry, in social events. Let's utilize it for things that we know we're able to control, and we're able to get happiness. And you say you're still thinking about still focus on yourself but waiting on Mike, right? I mean, you might not date other people in the meantime. You're manifesting this relationship and you both want it. And do you really want to abandon Mike? I don't feel like you do, sweetie. So I'm going to give you some advice upon that. I ultimately do not believe that you do want to abandon Mike. I do not believe that Mike wants to abandon you. I ultimately do not believe that it is a good idea for you neither to go on date, because your heart's not there. Your emotions are not there. It's not fair for you. It's not fair for the person that you're going to date, unless you're just going to date for sexual pleasures or, you know, really good friendships, as we say, with benefits. But if it's anything into the long run, I kind of feel like it's not quite fair for the other person, and not really for you, because ultimately you're not with the person that you want to be with. So either you need to decide that you are going to just leave Mike, heal, and then meet other people, or you need to hold on and you need to give him more time. Give yourself maybe a certain lapse of time where if he has not done this by that date, then, you know, I'm going to move on, or I'm going to do something else, or I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to try to figure things out. But it is absolutely perfect that you leave yourself this time. What you need to do right now is not abandon Mike, because you do love Mike. What Spirit wants you to do is exactly what you are doing. Bring those objectives, bring everything towards you right here, right now. And then when you are happy with yourself, Mike is going to be a beautiful bonus, is what he's going to be. May he come in or not, you're already going to be happy with yourself and what you're doing. He is just going to be that beautiful extra into your life that you've been manifesting, and fantastic. But if it doesn't happen, you're not going to have lost everything. So I feel as though you should stick with Mike. Yes, do not abandon him. Stay friends with him. Yes, absolutely. But friends does mean going out to have a cup of coffee. Does mean, you know, going out to watch a movie. Does mean going out to do things, right? So I do feel as though friends, we could maybe kind of work upon that a little bit, right? We could work upon that relationship so it is not just a friend by texting. And let me give you a couple little messages over here by right before we do finish, okay? Hold on, let's go over here. All right, my beautiful. I want you to know Emma's saying I care too much what other people do think. Will you ultimately wait for me? You are the love of my life. You are my other half. And if I move on forward to, let's say, the Truthful deck, because it really never lies, right? Let's go see over here. And to the very Truthful deck, I need time for me. Sometimes it's a yes, and sometimes it's kind of a no. I do want you to know that what I did said, I did mean it at that time. I feel like this is necessary of what I want right now. But it doesn't mean that into the future I want something more, and I do into the future. I do want something grounding. I do want to start a family with you. But I'm ultimately a little bit afraid even right now, because I'm wondering, after all of this, will your friends, will your family be upset with me? And I'm also seeing over here that I do want a fresh start with you. My beautiful Julie, I hope everything is well at home with your mom, and sending you so much love, sweetie. Renee, nice to see you, beautiful. I'm going to answer Renee, and I'm going to move back over to PayPal for a moment. You say, really, Chris, he just told you that he wanted a relationship, right? You met years ago, and he told you that he was He tried tracking you down for years, and you came across each other 6 months ago and have been communicating. Oh, well, then I say go for it, sweetie. Yes, yes, and yes. Oh, and Julie, you were there, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I was into PayPal, and I was really, just into the whole reading. I did not come back into the chat. Did not know you were there, sweetie. Yes. Bring back your energy to yourself. That's what you've got to do right now. I hope so, sweetie, because I feel like it's important, even just as friends. Let's go to the movies. Let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's go for a walk into the park. Whatever, sweetie. Yes. It is my great pleasure, beautiful. It is my pleasure. I know it is, sweetie. I am sending you so much love, my beautiful. You have got this, Julie. And I can't wait for you to get... Oh, we're Monday. I thought tomorrow we were Wednesday. You were getting ukulele. It is Wednesday. I can't wait for Wednesday for you to get that ukulele. Let's go and see over here. Hey, Patricia, you're back, sweetie, from your girl party. Nice to see you. Let's go and see Renee. I'm going to go over to PayPal. I did receive a donation through PayPal. And then I'm coming over to Patricia. And I believe I'm going to start after Patricia IG. So for Renee, how does Lizzie currently feel about you? I have not heard about Lizzie for a little while. How are you doing, Renee? Please do, Julie. Please do. Yes, 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 I do. I want to see this. Why did you pick that instrument, Julie? Just wondering why that instrument out of all instruments, because it's not one that we hear of all that often. I'm curious. Is it an instrument you've always wanted to play? Is it something that you played when you were a child? Why that instrument? Just kind of curious. Really, Chris, you say you're a bit nervous. He said he just wants to settle down. That's it. He would like to go to the grocery store where you met. Oh, then try to find you and pay. Oh, sweetie, honestly. Oh, yes. You know what? I am definitely going to have to say over here, really, Chris. You go for it. That is so adorable. That is so cute. I love it. But he knew your name and he spelled it differently. Oh, really, Chris? You keep me updated. I am liking Cedric. Cedric Scorpio's got my heart. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that does help, Renee, definitely. As for your answer over here, beautiful Renee, as I'm just kind of, living and reading really Chris's, it almost is like a fairy tale almost. So I do want to say over here, how do we feel at this moment? Honestly, I feel as though we do still think about you every once in a while. We do think that, into the future, who knows, maybe we could have a chance together. We're not closing off that door. But I am seeing over here a Six of Pentacles. I feel as though we're not necessarily interested in being friends. If we're interested in anything, we'd be interested into a relationship. But everything just seems kind of blurry into our mind right now. There's no clarity really over here. So ultimately, I'm going to say Lizzie wants to keep you into their life, no doubt about it. We do. We feel as though we do belong somewhere into that path together. But is it as lovers someday? Is it as dating? Perhaps over here, because we do still think of you and we have not let go of you. So ultimately, I'm going to say those feelings that we had into the past of wanting to connect with you, wanting ultimately perhaps a relationship, they are still there. They are not gone. So who's to say what's going to happen into the future, sweetie? Let me go see over here. Yes. MBB604, you are my following PayPal, I believe. Let me just go and make sure. Is your first name starting with an N? I'm going to answer this question. You let me know if it's you, okay, BB? What significant is going to be happening in the next 30 days. Okay, if that is your question, then let me know. So for MBB604, if this is your question, what is happening into the following month, please do let me know, because I'm with you at this moment. Patricia is up next. And if that's not you, well, let me know too, because it's the only one I have in PayPal at this moment that I have not answered. So I figure it's got to be you. Let's go see. So, oh, Patricia, A is nuts. He's driving me nuts. He's like a full jar of Costco nuts is what he is. Seriously. He's like upset. He's really upset, sweetie. I know. I read your email and I thought, really, how is that possible? Okay, I'm getting over here Page of Swords, also getting some Judgment, followed on out by our Queen of Pentacles. Oh, well, there you go, MB. Perfect. I've got you then. Thank you, sweetie. So, oh, you do have, Lilith, you have quite some spidey senses, you do. I'm going to... Seriously, COVID never leaves me. Seriously, it's just kind of hanging on in. I'm going to say over here, I don't know what it is exactly that you're looking for. I do see our page. There's something that seems to be offered to you. Either somebody over here is wanting, seriously, it is. I mean, just really the big bugger of a jars. Oh, all right. And I'm even going to say the mixed nuts. Yeah, like, because we seem to be a little bit confused into our messages. Page, our page over here. Somebody wants to offer something to you. MBB604. Yes, I'm sorry. I need to remember those letters. Somebody seems to be offering something to you. It could be in love. I'm going to say different things, because I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. If you're not into a relationship, somebody is interested in you. Somebody wants to offer something to you. If you're waiting for somebody to come back to you, reconciliation. If that is the case, this person is holding on to you. This person does want to have some type of new beginning with you. And I feel as though, justice has been done, whatever it is. I feel like we don't want to be alone anymore. And I really just feel as though there is movement. There is no judgment. There's no frustration. Nothing of the such. So there's definitely something that is moving on in love over here. There is no doubt about it. So something is coming towards you, or someone is actually coming towards you over here. So it could be an offer for a date. You're looking for nothing. You just want to inquire. Okay, well, I don't know if you're in a relationship, as I was saying, but if you're not into a relationship, somebody is going to be coming closer to you. If you're wanting a reconciliation, they're definitely coming towards you, no doubt about it. Other than that, what I can say is, if you're not into a relationship altogether, somebody is interested in you. You're going to receive, most likely into the following month or so, some type of an offer. It could be to go take a cup of coffee. It could be for a walk. It could be just really meeting on up. Somebody seems to be interested in you, who seems to have darker colored hair. Not too tall, but fairly built. I feel as though they like to take risks in life, whatever it is. They're very intelligent, but they like to take risks. They like to walk into nature. Also, for some reason, I'm also getting that they do like birds. And I am also going to say that they are quite financially stable. Other than that, what I can say is, financially speaking, and here you go, this person, if somebody also wants to come into your life over here, but for sexual reasons. So I'm going to put a couple of red flags. If that's something that you want, then he keeps coming up in your readings, right? I know, seriously. And again, look, we want sex with you. This person is very, very passionate, and this is not the same person as this one. This one wants a relationship. This one wants to offer you like red flags. This one just wants casual sex, nothing much more. Other than that, I'm going to say stability. I'm not going to say any frustrations. There's no wars. There's nothing of the such. Ultimately, I'm going to say that you are pretty happy. I feel like things are good, sweetie. So, let me know if there's anything else that you're looking for, and let me know when that strange individual, well, I say strange because, he keeps coming into your readings, pops on into your life, sweetie. Peter Pan Peanut Butter. Peter Pan peanut butter. I've heard about that. I have. I think it was when I was a child. I used to see publicities about that. Never even seen such a thing. Oh, I know that devil. He's so darn sexy. I know. Yeah, you like it, right? Just absolutely nuts. Yeah. You know exactly what to say to get, I know, a reaction, and you didn't fall for it this time, and you just kind of turned it around. You did, because, I mean, you sent pictures of your dogs, right? It was completely different. So, okay, how is Nutty A doing, right? And when is he coming your way? Oh my gosh, I really wish. I wish. I'm going to pull out these cards. I want to see, and I want to say that he's coming towards you, but in my mind, I'm getting, is it possible? Is there anything around the 15th of August, Patricia? Is anything happening around the 15th of August? How can you tell the difference between the two? Oh, well, one of them just wants to have sex, sweetie, so they're not interested into a relationship. They're really just going to want to get you in bed. The other one is going to be loving and caring, a little bit like a Prince Charming, wanting to get to know you, sweetie, wanting to be closer to you, wanting an actual relationship. Please. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting somewhere. You don't know, right? Okay. I don't know, the 15th of August is popping into my mind for some reason. It's what I've got. So I'm going to say over here into the I'm going to say around the 15th of August, unless something changes, because something is happening over here. I feel like you're waiting. I feel as though he is going to be offering to you. I feel like right now he's actually pondering about when he's going to do it, but he doesn't really want to tell you right away, because if he changes his mind or he changes his plans, he doesn't really want you to be disappointed, which is why he's definitely not going to have to say right now. So he's not going to tell you that he's thinking of coming around the 15th of August. Anyways, not right away, until he's absolutely decided about the whole thing. So ultimately over here, I do feel like he is planning on coming to see you, but he doesn't want to tell you until the very last moment, because he doesn't want anything to happen if ever he is not able to come. He'd prefer that you just think that he's not able to come than he was going to come and he's not coming. Doesn't want to disappoint you. So that is sweet upon himself, right? Other than that, I feel like he's really just keeping his, emotions kind of hidden on in. He was upset with you. He was. Really, honestly, he was upset with you with those videos because he was not going there. He told you he was not going to go. But ultimately, he wanted to be there, but he didn't really want to go. Well, he wanted, but he didn't. That's what A is. He wants and he doesn't. He wants and he doesn't. It's it. He wanted to be there with you, but he didn't want to be there with you. So getting these images and getting these videos and him thinking, you know what, maybe you're going to end up sleeping with somebody, maybe you're going to do something, who knows? And this is why ultimately he did not want to get any videos. He's able to picture all that into his own mind. He has already had it pictured for a long time, sweetie. He knows what you're up to. Yes. So ultimately, I am going to say over here, this is why he did not really want to receive any videos. He was way too afraid of what you're actually up to. I know, that's it. He doesn't like it when you do things. Yeah, no, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when, because that could ultimately lead to the pole guy coming to see you, or to some other sexy man around, or, this is it. He doesn't want to see you actually having fun, because if he sees you having fun, he is automatically thinking that, you know what, you might have other people around. Maybe somebody else is going to do something, and then it just kind of continues on. So it's a lot of jealousy, and he could really just resolve the whole thing by just really being with you. He wouldn't even have to be jealous. I know he does. I know he has your heart, sweetie, but for him, he's still a little bit unsure. And I get that he's unsure because he's not giving you what you desire. So I see it, and he sees it, but he really just needs to make some action. He does still love you. He does still care for you. He still wants to be with you. He's planning on coming to see you, but at this moment, I just kind of feel like the very best way for him, as much as it was direct, and I feel like it was, it was a little bit shocking as a message, it was really about thinking, you know what, I don't really think about I don't want to think about what it is that you're doing this weekend. I just kind of want the weekend to pass on by. I want you to go back home, and I want things to go back to a nice, normal, where I'm not worried, and I know what you are up to. Crazy, isn't it, Patricia? Honestly. High Priestess, any new suitors coming genuinely in love? Let's go and see that I'm starting off with, I'm going to start with IG after. So any new suitors coming in love? All right, we're avoiding a tower moment, which is good. I'm getting some strength, followed out by our Emperor. So I do have somebody here who seems to be kind of interesting, quite frankly. And I do feel over here also, I do have our Page, followed out by our Lover. So I'm going to say yes, within the following 2 to 3 months, somebody is definitely coming on in for you. This is somebody who's going to be very serious. So yes, genuinely in love, no doubt about it. I'm seeing love, I'm seeing some stability, I'm seeing some strength. I'm feeling like at first you're going to be maybe a little bit unsure, but then you're just going to kind of jump on in, sweetie. So I'm going to say, beautiful love. I don't feel as though, you know, I don't see anything bad whatsoever. I'm seeing a beautiful commitment. I'm seeing in the following 2, 3, maybe 4 months, this person is coming on in. They're strong. I feel as though they're powerful. They verbally say what they want to say, so they do talk, they do communicate, which is not an easy thing. Honestly, I feel as though they are going to tell you quite quickly that they are interested, that they do want to be with you. You're going to be a little bit unsure, as I said at first, but then you're just going to kind of jump on in and you're going to be really, really happy that you did so. I'm actually not really seeing any ending, so I'm going to say so far so good. But this person is the sign of Taurus from what I can see. Renee, how does Lizzie currently feel about Ayo? And I'm probably not saying this name well. I think you spelled it out to me a couple months ago, but I don't remember. Let's go see. The guy she's currently dating, right? You guys are still friends, yeah. All right, so how does Lizzie currently feel about Ayo? Patricia, he is nutty, but you know what? We like nutty people, don't we, Patricia? We like them. They kind of spice up our life. We'll call him the spicy nut jar is what it is, because he spices up your life and he spices up mine too. All right, so the Emperor, we're holding on to him is what we're doing. So Lizzie is holding on to this man. We do love, we do. Do we actually know about the future though? No. So we do love, we do care. Where is this relationship going though? I don't really feel like we know. I don't really feel like we're even thinking about the whole thing. I feel like it's a day-to-day kind of thing. But does Lizzie care for Ayo? No doubt about it. Do we hold on to Ayo? Absolutely. Do we want to continue with Ayo? Absolutely also. So I'm not seeing any big love though. I'm not seeing, you know, love of our life, but there are some loving emotions that are there, sweetie. All right, guys, I am going to start off with IG. So any donations that come on in, I'm going to go by blocks. So I will be right back. So I will be checking on in. So I'm going to start over here with first blocks. Okay, so here we go for IG. And the first timestamp is going to be at 1:32. And 20. And here we go for the, I'll call them the lost questions IG. How does Leo's ex feel about him? How does Leo's ex feel about him? And it's a good thing that you put this one in caps because usually I get to it at the end. You know me well, IG. All right, so how does Leo's ex feel about him? Ultimately, we feel as though we have lost pretty much all power over him. We feel as though our strength is pretty much gone within the whole thing. We know that he has started something else, and we don't really have any... We don't have any wants of being with him at this moment. And I am going to say that the ex is with somebody else or seeing somebody for at least the last 2 months. Why is Leo's ex following manifesting accounts? Our page over here in reverse, we know, and it's going to answer a little bit. I'm going to take some more cards out at the same time because they are really, really related. When you say, is the ex trying to manifest Leo back? And I'm ultimately going to say a no over here, and I'm going to respond to the other question at the same time with these cards. Ultimately over here, we can definitely see that we no longer have that interest into Leo. We no longer have any interest towards the future. Three of Wands, everything. Page is in reverse. You know, justice has been made. It has been done. And this is where we are. And when I speak with justice, I'm speaking about the divorce that has happened. So I feel like that was necessary. It was done. And, you know, it's giving that closure. Do not feel as though we want back. I do feel like we still always will have some emotions towards Leo. But do we want Leo back into the future? Well, into the past, I would have definitely said yes. But since she has been seeing somebody the last 2, maybe even 3 months, I'm definitely going to have to say no. Kind of feel as though it was time. We turned the page and that is it. The fact that we're still manifesting those accounts is truly the fact that, you know, we want to kind of follow. We do, because honestly, I don't know if he posts pictures of, you know, daughter or anything of the such, but I feel like we want to know a little bit what is going on. I feel like it is necessary for us also to keep a little bit of a spying, because we ultimately know, you know, he does have the daughter every once in a while. We want to make sure our daughter's okay. We want to know what's going on, who we're meeting, what we're doing. So this is very interesting. I feel as though she is quite manipulative, and this is a little bit of a way of manipulating. The other reason, because Leo would definitely not want her doing that, is really just, I feel like I've said into the past, they are trying to stay somewhat onto a friendship level because of the daughter. So I don't feel like they necessarily want to block each other also. And let's go over here to this one, and voila. What's going on Leo's world and mind? Leo's world and mind. 8 of Pentacles, followed on out by our 10 of Pentacles. Also getting over here our Knight of Cups. Ultimately, what's going on in Leo's world and mind? The past is now into the past. We are now moving on forward to happiness. We're moving on forward to a breath of fresh air is the best thing that I can say. I feel as though we finally have reached a certain freedom. What's going on between the Leo and X? Leo and X, what is going on between them? King of Swords, he is making his way. She is making hers. I feel as though they have really just concluded. There's nothing really left other than that friendship. No ceremonies, no happiness, no getting together. It is what it is. We're keeping connected because of our daughter, and we don't want to have a really angry type of a relationship. We don't want to be the type of couples that separate and don't ever talk to each other again and bring those really bad energies and vibes over to the daughter. Yeah, I think that's a better thing. When is Leo going to consider it really finalized, right? Ultimately over here, the divorce is final, and I do believe that it has been final for, you know, I'm going to say 3 weeks, maybe even a month now. Ultimately over here, I just feel like there's a couple little details that they need to iron out with his daughter. So, but the important thing is that is not blocking you anymore. It is not blocking the relationship that you guys, into the past it was. There was a lot going on. Now I feel like we're into those tiny little last details where, you know, it could be payment plans, it could be a bunch of little stuff like this, but nothing much more. So I'm going to say within the following 4 to 6 weeks, he will also consider that things are finalized. how do Leo and the ex, how do they feel about each other now? How do Leo and the ex, how do they feel about each other now? Honestly, if they really could say everything that they want to one another, I feel like there would be a lot of things that were not really nice, so they're not really going to get into that. Ultimately, how do they feel about each other? As I said, a lot of hidden stuff they're not going to say because it's really black and white. Nothing good is going to come out of it. But ultimately, I feel like we're doing our very best to move on forward. So, but there's no love. Are the Leo and ex in counseling together? He said that they were in something to learn to communicate better and to co-parent. Yes. Yes. And that is why he is figuring out that it's coming in correlation with the fact that he does not quite believe that the divorce is final yet, because that is not quite done. Kind of feel as though it was a little bit necessary, or maybe mandated even by the judge or by the lawyer, that they need to do that. So are they in counseling together? I'm not going to say that they're in counseling together into the way that they're looking, to get back together. It is not to reconciliate, but as to communicate better and to be a better co-parent. That there's no doubt about it. But that is definitely coming from the lawyer, and it's coming from her side of the lawyer. Outcome with Leo and ex. Right, let's go and see outcome with Leo and ex. At this moment, it's really about new beginnings, looking at new horizons. It is about an ultimate ending. And is Leo feeling better from sickness, and should he go to the doctor? Is Leo feeling better from sickness, and should he go to the doctor? Is he feeling better from this sickness? I'm going to say yes. So should he go to the doctor? I'm going to say no. He's okay. I'm going to validate these questions before we do move on forward. And then I'm going to come and see Big Cleo and Annalyn. So I will be back, beautiful IG. I'm just going to go back into your very first question over here. Okay, you did have a pendulum question. That's what I thought. So let's go and see. Is the ex trying to manifest Leo back? Is the ex trying to manifest Leo back? And that is a no. And I'm going to go back to the other block of message for the pendulum. So let's go back over here. And voila. When will Leo consider the divorce final? Please do let me know in how many weeks. And I am getting over here in approximately 6 to 7 weeks. Is Leo's divorce final? Is Leo's divorce final? Are the Leo and the ex in counseling together for the daughter, in co-parenting? Very important to mention the co-parenting, because into the past we were looking for reconciliation, which was a definite no. And is Leo feeling better from his sickness? That is a yes. And should he go to the doctor for this? Should he go to the doctor? Should Leo go to the doctor for the sickness? And that is a no, sweetie. So I'm going to take a brief pause, and I will be back for the second block of questions in just a few moments, beautiful. So to 143. All right. Hello, Big Cleo. Nice to see you again, beautiful. And hello, Anna-Lan. So let's go and find out. Does Pisces intend to reconcile and be back with you, or does he want to leave you? Asking as you want to know how he feels. Absolutely. So we are with Big Cleo at this moment. Does Pisces intend to reconcile and be back together with Big Cleo? Hello, sweetie. So does Pisces intend to reconcile and be back together with Big Cleo? Ultimately, over here, my sweetie, he does want to return with you. He absolutely does. His mindset is just not there at this moment. But does he want to be with you? There's no doubt about it. He's not even asking himself this question over here. It is a definite yes. So we do intend to reconcile with you. We do intend to be back with you. And he is the one who is going to be making these moves towards you. Whenever we do make that move, it is going to be quite swift. It is going to be quite clear. It is going to be quite quick. It is not something that's going to be really, really planned. It's going to just kind of come on up right here. And that is when it is going to happen. We're going to decide, that's it. This is it. This is when I'm making my move. So it's not something that's going to be kind of brewing inside of him and he's going to procrastinate. One day he's just going to wake up and say, that's it. I need to contact Big Cleo. Enough is enough. And this is when he is going to do it. And yes, our Knight of Swords followed out by our Star is truly manifesting that relationship towards you. So it's a definite yes for this one, sweetie. Let me validate with the pendulum. Right now, he's not into that mindset. And when I say that, he is into a mindset of figuring things out. He's into a mindset of healing is what he is. So exactly, that's it, Big Cleo. Right now, if you called him up or if you texted him and you asked him for reconciliation, it would be a no. He is not into that mindset. He is not ready for that right now. He is still into healing. He is still into figuring things out. He knows that he loves you. He knows that he wants to be with you, but he's kind of tired of all of this, all of these upsets, all of these conflicts that come in often. So I feel as though we want to just kind of settle this once and for all. And within the following 2 to 3 weeks, we are realizing more and more and more that, you know what, we really do love you and we really don't want to live, you know, a relationship without you. And this is when we're going to swiftly decide we are going to contact you and call you. Absolutely, sweetie. Hello, my beautiful June flower. How are you doing today? I will check that out. Beautiful. All right, so let's go and see. All right, beautiful. It is within the following month, so I'm still going to say within approximately the following 3 weeks. And let's validate with a pendulum for these questions. So we want to know, does Pisces intend to reconcile with Big Cleo? And that is a yes. And does Pisces intend to be back together with Big Cleo? Does Pisces want to leave Big Cleo? Does Pisces want to give up and leave on Big Cleo? That is a no. Will Pisces reach out to Big Cleo within the following month? And that is a yes. Will Pisces contact Big Cleo for a reconciliation within the following 2 weeks? And that is a no. How about the following 3 weeks? So it is somewhere around 3 weeks here, sweetie. Sending you so much love, Big Cleo. Anna Land, does Jerry Scorpio have a crush or romantic feelings for you? And how will Jerry feel or respond if you told him that you had a crush on him? Ooh, ooh, I'm liking this, Anna Land. And you did say something about Jerry too. Let me go and see. Jerry is your brother's friend, by the way. Okay, but now Jerry's close friend is dating your close friend. Okay, all right. So now Jerry's close friend is dating one of your close friends. Well, that could be really, really good for like double dating, couldn't it, Annalyn? I am liking. All right, Annalyn, let's go see. Annalyn needed a timestamp, so 1:48 and 40 seconds for Annalyn. And let's go and figure that out. June Flower, you are up next, sweetie. So, does Jerry Scorpio have a crush or romantic feelings for our beautiful Annalyn? All right, we definitely do. We do. And I feel as though we really just want to tell you, no doubt about it, we do want to offer you over here with our Two of Cups, our love. We want to offer over here to you that loving relationship, but we don't quite know how to do so. So I'm definitely going to have to say, if you can give some cues out to Jerry, it would be perfect. Why don't you guys go, onto some type of double dating kind of thing or something. Send out some cues to Jerry, because Jerry does want to be into a loving relationship with you, but Jerry doesn't know how to do so. He's a little bit unsure about moving on closer to you to kind of break that ice. So, you somehow end up in a small world. Really, seriously, right? So I'm going to say over here, Annalyn, there's no doubt about it. Jerry really likes you. Jerry likes you into the way, not just a sexual way. Now, this is really about wanting to be with you, wanting to know you, wanting a commitment, wanting something that is deep, wanting to offer our love towards you. So, but you have to help him out, okay? You have to help him out here. So you need to find some kind of clever way to just say it out straight. Would you like to go on a date, or do you want to do a double date, with your friends? Yeah. It doesn't matter your brother or your brother's reaction. Yeah, when we're kids, it's important because your brother would be really, really upset with you. But at the age that we are now, hey, it happens. Brother or sister, it doesn't really change anything whatsoever, sweetie. You know what? I actually feel as though your brother would be happy for you and would be happy for his friend also, if both of you guys actually found that love. Imagine that, right? Don't worry about your brother. No, don't stop your life and don't stop yourself from being happy because you're afraid of your brother's reaction. Although I get you. I understand it completely, sweetie. But do not stop yourself for that. Please do not. Because honestly, I'm liking Jerry. He's looking sweet. He's looking like he really likes you. And he could really, really be good for you. I feel like this could be a nice change. Beautiful. How will Jerry feel if you respond or you tell him you have a crush on him? He's asking you onto a date, sweetie. He is definitely asking you onto a date. He's going to be so happy. He's going to hide a little bit of his feelings because he doesn't want to seem too overly anxious. But it's a yes. If you tell him that you have a crush on him, you are definitely going out onto a date. There is no doubt about it. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I'm definitely going to have to say over here, I did, beautiful IG. I did, sweetie. There's no doubt about it. You need to go for it. You do. Protective or not. Well, you could tell your brother that, ultimately, you don't want to hurt him. You are kind of afraid about all this. So tell him your insecurities, but then let him know that, you know what, he'll understand. He'll understand. He will. I promise you, he'll understand. Until 1 hour 43 and 15 seconds. I did IG the little block, and I did the first one into the main reading, sweetie. I was moving on forward to the second one in a few moments, lovely. But that would be your first one. So Annalyn, I say go for it. Love will be there. Yes, yes, and yes, sweetie. June Flower, does Troy want to return? And what are his feelings about you, right? Troy is still upset, right? He's still giving you a silent treatment over here. Let's go and figure this out. What is going on? Okay. Judgment. Still a little bit upset. 10 of Wands, followed on out over here by the King of Swords. Hold on just one moment. Let's do this. So my beautiful June, what I am going to say over here is we're still holding on to you. But I feel as though we're slowly getting some clarity, but for some reason over here, we're still not really talking. So ultimately, kind of feel like something needs to move into this, right, June? He cares for you, but I feel like maybe we just need a little bit of this pause at this moment. I'm going to say beautiful. Honestly, I feel like something needs to move. You can't keep on waiting because he's upset, because he's procrastinating all the time. He loves you, he cares about you, but doesn't really move on forward. I'm going to say it's almost time to send, some type of message out into the most beautiful way, into the most, well-written kind of way. Really just to let him know, if he doesn't want to be with you or that he needs a break or a pause, to simply let you know, and, he can contact you whenever he's ready or something. Because right now he's making you wait until he heals, until he's not frustrated anymore. And he seems to be frustrated forever because he does love you, he does care for you, but he still got you there, right? Yeah, you reached out, but he didn't respond, right? And you got a weird text from a fake number. All right, okay. So the fake number, just, leave it as it is. Do not write back to that, sweetie. Just kind of delete it. Act as if it didn't happen. I'm going to say, I feel like it could be important to send a message out. You know that he's going to read it. There's no doubt about it. So send him a message saying that, you've been waiting very patiently. You don't want to bother him. If he does want to be with you and he doesn't want to respond to you, then you're there. Not a problem, and it's not a problem the other way neither. So he kind of feels open. Maybe it'll let a little bit of that frustration kind of go down and he'll be able to reach on out to you because ultimately he does care for you. But does he want a longer break? He seems to be a little bit uncertain about the whole thing, but he can't keep you, just kind of holding on to the side like that, sweetie. So June, you're going to have to send something out. You know that he's going to read your message. So just send it out into the most non-judgmental kind of way. Very open, very loving, very caring, and see where that brings you. See what he answers from that. And then you'll know if you should, pull on back a little bit or if he's going to finally get over his frustration and, just contact you again and start anew, sweetie. Let me go see June. Ultimately over here with my 10 of Pentacles and my moon, I am going to say a yes. I'm going to say a yes onto this one, June. So June, I am going to send you so much love, a really big hug. Whenever you're ready, you don't have to do it tonight. You can practice out your text. Whenever you're ready, send him out a message and see what that is going to bring you, okay? Let me go and see IG. You feel like it was him? No, it was him from what I pulled out the cards, beautiful June. It was him, sweetie. Hold on just one moment. All right. Oh yeah, Bestie's always famous up there. So much love, June. Let's go and see over here for, let's go and see into the second block over here. So how does Leo feel about you now? Right now, we're looking towards a future with you. We're feeling faithful. We're feeling not just faithful, actually. What I want to say is, yes, we are faithful, but I want to feel, and I want to say that we are feeling full of hope. We are hopeful for the future. What are Leo's intentions with you now? Leo's intentions is about dating. It is about turning the page onto the past. Don't want to talk about it anymore. We just want to move on forward. We want to have new beginnings. We want to have new creations, and we want to be there to create them with you. So the intentions truly are to have you as our long-term girlfriend. When will Leo message you? In the following 2 days. So we are Monday, so either tomorrow or Wednesday within the following 2 days. When will you physically see Leo again? It could actually be within 2 days. Last time I had seen it was somewhere around Wednesday. So when will you physically see Leo again? All right, 4 of Swords, followed on out over here by our 6 of Swords. I'm definitely going to have to say you are physically going to be seeing Leo again this week, and I do feel as though it is going to be somewhere around, I'm going to say either midweek or it could be Friday, but it's definitely this week, sweetie. Next 4 weeks between Leo and you. Five of Swords, reverse position, very important to say. 4 of Pentacles, within the following 4 weeks between you and Leo, the relationship is simply getting stronger. We're holding on to you a little bit more than we were, which is kind of hard to figure out since we already were holding on to you quite tightly, even though we're not really speaking. But ultimately, we're speaking more about expressing our love, about our feelings, about how we are and what we desire with you. So we're being more open into our communication about what we desire, how we want it, and what we want to do. So we're talking more about plans for the future instead of really just going, day by day or every few days, or seeing each other every, once every two times a week. We're really just being more punctual. Let me say it that way. We're speaking much more almost every day, and we're really keeping connected. We're being together. We're being as girlfriend and boyfriend without necessarily saying it yet. How does Leo feel about that date and spending time together? It was a great movement. It was great. We absolutely loved it. And for once in a very, very long time, we actually felt that we were loved, that we were important, that we cared about us. And it was something that we had been looking for the very, very long time. Is Leo happy that you are in his life again? He is, but you know what? He is still afraid. He's still afraid, sweetie. So is he happy that you are into his life again? No doubt about it. This is something that he has been wanting for the longest of time. But at the same time, he is afraid. He is afraid that, you know what, he needs to balance his life out well. He needs to make his actions and his dates and everything that he kind of moves on forward with into a good and functional and emotional kind of way, because ultimately he does not want to lose you. And that is his ultimate fear. And you can see it even into this one. You've finally got that connection again, yet the fear is still there. Please do let me know, when will Leo message IG? When will Leo message IG? I'm getting over here Tuesday or Wednesday. When will IG physically see Leo again? When will IG physically see Leo again? On that too, over here, it is going between Thursday, somewhere around Thursday and Friday, sweetie. Next 4 weeks, how does is Leo happy that IG is in his life again? And that is a yes. Next 3 months, I want to know, is Leo giving any attention or dating anybody? That is a no. Is Leo flirting or dating anybody else on IG? If, what would happen? What would he do? Is Leo still checking IG Snap score? That is a yes. How about the Instagram? Also a yes. So let me validate this one over here and let me go see if everything is okay into the chat so far. Let's go over there. Let's take this deck. Hi, Patricia. You're back, my sweetie. Oh, there you go. August 25th was a very special day for us. What can I do to help us bring us back through? Oh, okay, give me a few moments, Patricia. I will check that out, sweetie. So maybe I'm wrong, Patricia. I was getting around the 15th. Maybe it's around the 25th. All right, so how does Leo feel about you now? We did those ones. So we want to know over here, where is this connection with Leo heading? Where is this connection with Leo heading? All right, getting over here, surrendering to that power, surrendering to that love. Finding balance into our relationship is going to be very important. It's going to be really key for you, IG, actually, to find a very important equilibrium into this relationship, because you're getting into a relationship where there's a divorce and there's a child. So it's going to be important to balance everything out, not just on your side, but for Leo also onto all of this. So altogether, where is this connection going? I'm going to say with great equilibrium, scaling things. We're surrendering to our love is truly what we're doing, and we're really just advancing. So I'm going to say it is moving towards a beautiful partnership. How is Leo viewing you? Right now, we're viewing you as our beautiful connection. We're viewing you as prosperous relationship, love, abundance, harmony. This is how we are viewing you. Next 3 months between Leo and you. Leo is taking more and more presence. He's taking more and more, I'm not going to say authority, more charge. He's taking more charge of the relationship. He is being there. There's more of that fruitful quest to really try to get you, to bring you closer. I feel like he's going to be almost like if he was into Hwanson's, night of school of nights. He is going to be charming. He's going to be lovely. He's going to be adorable. He's going to really just want to show you and give you ultimately that love that you've been looking for. So he's going to be somewhat of a little bit of a Prince Charming. What's really happening into the following 3 months? It's really just that connection that is going on through. I feel like we're trying to charm you into the very best way that we can. So ultimately, you do end up, or he ends up anyways, winning your heart, and you end up doing the exact same thing. Is Leo giving the attention or dating anybody or flirting with anybody? Absolutely not. I do not feel like this is something that has been even interesting for him to do into the longest of time. Ultimately, we truly just want to be with you, and you are the one that we are holding on. What is Leo hiding from you, and what is he ultimately afraid of? So what is Leo hiding from you? He's hiding the past. He's hiding the pain. He's hiding the sorrow. He is hiding the fact that he was so lost for the longest of time. What is Leo afraid of? Leo is ultimately afraid that you might change your mind upon him, that you might not be telling him everything, that you might have some hidden feelings, and that ultimately he might be afraid that you might leave him for somebody else. If you stop talking to Leo, what is going to happen? And what would he do? So if you stop talking to Leo, what would happen? Ultimately, I feel as though there would be a certain detachment. We would try. Ultimately we would have tried to contact you 2, maybe 3 times, and then we would give up. But I do have to say that we would be at a loss. We would really not understand. And is Leo still checking your Snap score and your Instagram? Is Leo still checking your Snap score and your Instagram? Absolutely. We're still trying to keep a little bit of power onto the socials. Let me put it that way. And a rest of year between Leo and you. What do we've got? The rest of the year. Beautiful. I am getting over here really just beautiful changes. It is about moving on forward. It's about offering love. It's about working together. It's about being together. It's about finding that beautiful balance into our new relationship, into our new family, if you will. And it's really just about being very triumphant with a lot of vitality, a lot of plans for the future. And let me just hold on one moment. Hello, my beautiful Rajma. Nice to see you, sweetie. I'll answer your question tonight, my beautiful Rajma, if you do want to, after Patricia. Okay, sweetie? Outcome between Leo and you. Okay, well, let's go and see over here with our pendulum. Outcome between Leo and you. Will Leo offer a relationship to IG? Will Leo offer a relationship to IG? And that is a yes. And will IG want this relationship? That is also a yes. When will this relationship be offered? I am getting into the month of August, sweetie. Will Leo physically be in IG's life next year? Also, a yes. Will Leo ask IG to live together? That is also a yes. And when? In which month, please? In the month of February of next year. Is Leo in love with IG? That is a yes. And will Leo tell IG when he's sober? Also a yes. And when will he tell her? I'm also getting into the month of August. And I don't have anything more with our pendulums, so let's move on forward over here to the cards. So, the outcome between Leo and you. Our Emperor is going to start taking more and more place, is going to start to be even more determined. Ultimately, the outcome that we are getting is really limited by your possibilities. So I'm going to say, as much as you want is as much as you can get. Magician saying that, you know what, every single thing is possible with this relationship. As long as you and Leo put the time, the love, the effort, and balance things out, everything is possible. Truly. He could even think about marriage again. And I keep seeing, I did not see it today, but I do keep seeing, you know, possibility of another child. So I'm going to say the outcome, it is beautiful, and it is somewhat endless. So you are ultimately together. There is a beautiful partnership coming on out. So when is Leo going to offer you that relationship, and are you going to ultimately want it? You are going to want it. You've been wanting it for so long. There's no doubt about it, and it seems to be coming into the month of August. Which is, I think, a little bit earlier, because I think it was September 4, wasn't it? And will Leo physically be in your life next year? Ultimately, yes. Very happy to do so. Also with our beautiful 10 of Cups. And will Leo ask you to live together? And if so, when? Ultimately, it is a yes. There's no doubt about it. When are we going to be asking you this? We're going to be asking you this in 2023. I'm going to say end of January and beginning February. So maybe it could even just be a little bit of that Valentine's conversation. And is the Leo in love with IG? Is Leo in love with IG? There's absolutely no doubt about it. No doubt about it. He is. You are that beautiful Empress. And you know, I was telling you that I had not actually seen anything with children. Well, there you go. I got it. So it's a definite yes. It is a yes. So I just had to say it because it is there. But is Leo in love with you? Absolutely. And is he going to tell you, though, that he loves you whenever he is sober, right? And when is that going to happen? He is going to tell you, and I feel he's going to tell you in approximately 4 weeks. Does the Leo want to be into a serious relationship with you? Ultimately, we do. It's what we've been wanting for so very long, and we were really just waiting for that divorce to happen, and it did happen. And look at that. It happened pretty much in coincidence with your birthday, which is when he contacted you, which is absolutely perfect. So does he want to be in a serious relationship with you? There's no doubt. He always has. What does he want to say to you? He wants to say to you over here that he believes that you guys are meant to be together. He believes that you are his soulmate. He was really, really sad that you guys were not together. I feel as though he has surmounted a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges in order to be where he is right here, right now with you. And he is so very passionate and loving towards you. Let's go and see the month of July, August, September, and October. So this is going to be July. This is August, September, just go make sure everything is good over here at the same time. Yeah, what is school for night? I'm so sorry. Oh, that's for Juanson. Yeah. I'm late into this because I was not there. All right. All right, I got you, my beautiful Reshma. Thank you, sweetie. I am. Why? Why are you wondering that, IG? What's wrong with me? No, it's not real, IG. Honestly, it is not. Why are you asking me if I'm feeling okay, IG? What's up, sweetie? Oh, okay, that's why. It's because Rajma said, please don't overextend yourself. Oh, no, IG, I'm absolutely fine, sweetie. No, nothing wrong with me. Rajma is on a different schedule than we are, different time zone, and yes, she usually comes on in at the end of the lives or when I'm not there, and she leaves things for me to answer, but she always wants me to answer them into the following day so I don't get too tired. She's very sweet. She's like you, beautiful. Honestly, she's so darn adorable. So oh, I did at the very beginning of your reading, at the very beginning of your unless you want me to pull some more out, at the beginning of the reading that I left you a timestamp at 1:32, I actually started with those questions. Did you listen to it, IG? I don't know. I don't know. Check it out. But I did answer them because you had written into it that it was yeah, you wrote it like in really blocked messages. Okay, yeah. You let me know, but I did answer those, sweetie. They're like the very first questions that I answered because I didn't want to forget them, and it was a really good thing that you put them in blocked messages because otherwise I really would have answered it at the very last. But that being said, I'm feeling perfect, IG. Thank you for asking those, sweetie. All right, what am I getting over here? I'm getting the Empress, followed out by the Hierophant, also getting our Seven of Pentacles. With this world question. Yeah, okay, no, all is good. But let me know if there's anything else that you would like to know, okay? So as for the month of July, what I do see over here is simply that you're taking more and more place into his life, ultimately. I feel there's that feminine power that is there. You're taking more place into his world. You're becoming more important into his world. And really, ultimately, into the whole thing altogether. He's really just thinking about you more. So into the month of July, we're thinking about you. We're manifesting you such as you are manifesting him. And hopefully you're still doing your manifestations. I'm also seeing over here that we're thinking long term. So into the month of July, this is what we're working on. This is how we're moving on forward, which I think is absolutely perfect. We don't have any really big movements. Well, actually, they are quite big when you do think about them. They're just not significant ones that we can really, that are palpable. They're not like the I love you words or anything of the such, but they are so very important to this relationship and to the basis of it that I feel like it's actually bigger blocks than other ones. But they're just not as noticeable. So into the month of August, what do we have into the month of August? I feel into the month of August that we really just don't want to spend pretty much one day without you. So the month of August is going to be somewhat busy. We're thinking about you a lot. We're being with you a lot. We're actually asking you finally to be our girlfriend. We're getting that I love you. So the month of August is a very interesting month of moving on forward. Novelties. When we move on forward to the month of September is a little bit different because we're offering different things to you. We're offering you to meet up with some friends. We're offering you different activities, different things. So I feel as though the stability of the relationship will already be there. The foundation will be there. So you're moving more into a certain routine. September is a little bit of a beginning of thinking about going on to some type of vacation. I told you there were two of them I feel like you were going to go on to. So this would be one of them, and the other one would be more around the end of the year. Now, if we speak about the month of October, In October, you are definitely meeting over there Miss Princess, no doubt about it. And you're really, really going to be quite anxious about that. But other than that, into the month of October, I don't really see all that much happening because, well, you know, Christmas has not yet arrived. We've already said that I love you, already have the partnership. And the questions of the moving and everything is really coming on in, but more at the beginning of the following year. You might be meeting in December his parents, but it's a little bit unsure. Let's go and see the subconscious thoughts. MBB 604, I do confirm, sweetie. No, the second question was a while ago, and yeah, I did answer it a while ago. It was maybe about, it was approximately, I'm going to say, Ms. Ting, it was approximately maybe 10-15 minutes after your first reading. So no, Juanson, it is an old donation that came on in earlier, but I had already answered a little while ago, about 10-15 minutes after the actual first reading that was done. It is my pleasure, sweetie. IG, no, I get you. And it is so good. And that's what I was saying to the beginning of the reading. You really do know me well, because honestly, if you had not written that in really big block letters, I would have finished by it, really. Because usually you add on questions at the end. You forgot to ask them, but they go to the last block. And, you know, that's what I was saying. You really do know me quite well. So, let's go and see over here. Oh, that's it. I was going back. Sorry, I was going back over here too. Leo's subconscious thoughts. What is Leo thinking about? I'm going to use this deck over here to come and find this out for you. I feel like it might give us a little bit more or different clarity. Let me put it that way. Different decks, different clarities. This is one that is coming on out for you. So, beautiful. Here we go. And this is it. Leo's subconscious thoughts. You know what I tell you? That he is worried, that he's still anxious, he's a little bit unsure, there's kind of a lot going on. This is it. Again, Leo's subconscious thoughts. He's afraid of being alone. He's afraid of loneliness. He's a little bit he has a little bit of paranoia with, you know, are you going to stay? Are you not going to stay? What's truly going to happen within all of this? So we have a lot of fear. We ultimately do. So I'm going to say into his subconscious thoughts, it is mostly worries. There is a lot of remorse. There is sometimes feeling guilty, and sometimes even I would have to say guilty, regret, and maybe even a little bit of hopelessness. So it's really almost somewhat of a dark world, I have to say, into his subconscious thoughts at this moment. It is filled of a lot of sadness, but sadness in regards to you, and sadness towards what we have done, the time that we have somewhat wasted, if you will. You do know me well, seriously. Because I would have. I really would have. Let's go and see advice on how you should continue with this relationship. So how should you continue this relationship? How should you continue? Let's go and find this out. All right. I am getting over here, we need to move on forward. Of course, we're always into the smooth, always going with the flow. But we need to move on forward into this relationship with great confidence. I feel as though it is important for him to know that you are confident within this relationship. Ultimately, because he's afraid that you might end up leaving him at some point. So the big player, if you want, that is a little bit surrounding this relationship is the fear of losing. So you have a fear of losing him, and he has a fear of losing you. You have ultimately the exact same fear, except sometimes it can become a little bit more paralyzing for one than for the other. So I am going to say all together over here, sweetie, it is whenever you are with Leo, to be confident in what you say, in what you want, in which direction you're taking, and truly, really letting him know more that you guys are opening on up, you know, that you do care, that you do want to hold on, that you did miss him, and so on, so on, so on. So he really does feel as though he is important. He is not just somebody who is kind of passing on through for you. And so this would be the best thing that I can say. Move in with great confidence and be patient and have that beautiful persistence. With that, you're going to win gold with him. Let's do a cross. Beautiful. Let's go see what we've got into the cross. Oh, that fear and that anxiety. IG. Honestly, every single time that you are feeling, well, okay. I don't want to necessarily generalize because sometimes it's not what it is, but often that is what it is. If you are feeling something, you can tell yourself that most likely he is feeling the exact same thing onto his own side. You guys are sharing a lot of these emotions. It is somewhat telepathically into a certain way. It is really those messages that are sometimes that are sent out into the 5D, and they're there and they're quite palpable. And it's kind of interesting because you both have the exact same idea. So, you know, when they say, you know, that sometimes they say, you know, if you're feeling that something is wrong, it's definitely that something is wrong, and it is. And it's because the other person is feeling it too, but they might just not be saying it. In this case, the difference is he's feeling the exact same thing that you are feeling. So anyways, it's an interesting connection. It's very interesting. I absolutely do love it. Because you are really able, and this is actually going to help you guys out into the future. And you felt it today, right? You felt a little something going on. You felt some anxiety. Ultimately, it's going to help you guys out, IG, when you think about it into the future, because whenever you guys are going to have, because we all do, you're going to have a conflict at some point, right? You're going to have some type of disagreement. Well, at least you're going to know exactly how he is feeling. When you feel his remorse, you feel his pain, you feel his sadness, you feel as though, you know, if you feel as though you want to reach on out, most likely he's feeling the exact same thing. So you know that you're mirroring the same sentiments, the same emotions. So you'll know when to react and he'll know when to react. It's just going to be really important for you guys to keep on tapping in to those emotions. You don't know how to stop it, right? You can't, IG. You can't, sweetie. It just kind of comes on in. It's not a bad thing, honestly. And you still have that from, I know, yes, no. You can't stop the messages from coming on through, IG. I'm sorry. They really just kind of come on through. The only way that you could do it would be by blocking your intuition, and I would never tell anybody to stop and not listen to themselves. That would be an ultimate mistake. So ultimately, it's a good thing. I think you just need to take it and move it on forward to something that is more positive to the relationship. It gives you an inner knowledge that, well, other couples don't necessarily have. So you need to take this to your advantage. If you feel as though he is feeling stressed, he is feeling anxious, well, you know what? You're feeling the same way. What do you do to make this better? What movement can you do? What words can you say? How can you make him feel as though, or what would make IG, what would make you feel better when you're feeling anxious? Is it a hi, how are you doing? I miss you. You know, what is it? And send that out to him. And, you know, it should do some good. Try it out. I just feel like you need to take that energy and you need to kind of just switch up the gears a little bit. Oh, that, my beautiful, the PTSD is going to take a while. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. It could take a little while, sweetie. That you're going to have to give yourself some time. Only time is going to heal that, beautiful. But do know that within time you will heal, and every single day that passes on through, you are healing. And every single day that you find a new solution towards it, you're feeling better. You're healing also. All right, I'm getting the overall energy over here, sweetie. All right, it's kind of funny, right? All throughout all your reading, and there was one main thing that I've been telling you, what advice you need to take into the relationship, and so on, so on, so on. and you'll know that there was one word that I have been saying over and over and over and over and over again. And within 78 cards, this is the one that comes on out into your overall energy. It is time to have an equilibrium. It is time to balance things out into a good way. Let's not have it too much. Let's not have not enough, just enough, which could be really, really difficult, right? Because you don't want to put too much sugar into your cake. You want it just sweet enough, right? If it's too sweet, nobody's going to eat it. If it's not sweet enough, nobody's going to eat it neither. So, and it will. Oh, well, it fade away. It will. You're going to have to work onto it, IG. You will. It won't just fade away. You're going to have to put some work, but it will go away. I do promise you it will, but I'm going to say within the following 12 to 14 months. It should be gone. It should be something of the future. So overall energy, I mean, spirit does not lie. Balance, 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 balance. And this goes for you as it goes for him, and it goes exactly in what we're talking about at this moment. You need to balance out your fears. You need to balance out your emotions, and he needs to do the exact same thing. Ultimately, what is this relationship looking like right now? Right now, we're waiting. And look at that. We're waiting for our ship to sail in is what it is. Three of Wands. We're waiting for that. Oh, it's almost as if you are onto this island and you're waiting for somebody to come and rescue you. And you know that they have heard you. You know that the rescues have heard you and they're on their way. And you're there onto that island just waiting. You're waiting for them so anxiously because you know that they're arriving. And this is what it is. You are doing the exact same thing that he is. You guys are waiting for that ship to just kind of sail on in. You're taking one step at a time is what you're doing. The SOS has been out. The SOS has been heard, has even been activated, and has been moved on forward. But now, how do you get onto that ship and keep it flowing? This is what it is. I will. I definitely will, IG, because I've been seeing that for like for a little while. I've been seeing it. I know, Watson, every single time, right? Out of 78 cards, same card keeps popping out over and over and over. It doesn't matter which deck I take, Watson. It's always that one coming on out. So ultimately, I am going to say over here that this is really about awaiting results. You're waiting for results onto this relationship. You've got a beginning. You've got something that has started off. It was explosive. It was great. It was fantastic. Now you're waiting for the next step. He's waiting for the next step too. So ultimately over here, I am going just one moment to this one over here. We do have our subconscious, Leo, and you too, sweetie. Your subconscious is playing games on you. It's playing games on him. So there's a big subconscious kind of game playing going on. A lot of unseen, a lot of unknown, a lot of fear, a lot of having trouble trusting our intuition even sometimes, and that brings in confusion. It's kind of funny because this whole cross honestly is exactly what we were talking about. Really, it is exactly what we've been talking about for 5 minutes before I pulled out these cards. This is it. It is about that fear. You're both into this exact same situation right now. You're anxious about keeping it flowing right and back, and you don't want to lose it. Exact same thing coming over here. So ultimately over here, what is it that you need to do? Both of you guys, you need to nurture this relationship. You need to have it, you need to keep it practical, but you need to keep it generous. You need to keep it welcoming and sensible. You need to keep it caring, which is what you were doing. You were caring for him. You were holding, you were helping him. You got him, that medicine. You were caring. You were nurturing. This is what we've got to do. So we got to work on through this, knowing that there's different circumstances. Into the weekdays, we're working, he still has that daughter. You have your own things. So it's going to be important to kind of fusion these things, but slowly together. So what Spirit seems to be saying is that you have to nurture this relationship. So if he, and I do feel as though he's going to write to you within the following 2 days. If he does not, please, if he has not written back, let's say by tomorrow night, okay? I say don't wait until Wednesday. Send him out a little message. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling better. Just a little something that has to do with his health, loving, caring, nurturing. Not necessarily with a date, not necessarily with, I miss you. Just wondering, how are you feeling? You weren't feeling all that well. Just wondering how's the beginning of your week and if you're feeling okay. Just go like that. It shows that you're caring, you're loving, you're nurturing, but you're not asking too much in return yet, right? Because we want to take it one step at a time. Ultimately, over here, it is about going inside. It's very important for both of you guys to still, even though you are getting back as a couple, it's important for both of you guys to still have your own space. So you need to keep his space, and he needs to keep his space a little bit also. We're still looking for a little bit of that guidance, but we're still a little bit withdrawn. We don't want to be too explosive. We're always looking for that balance. Key word into the whole reading. Ultimately, over here, this relationship is about working onto it. It's mastering this relationship is what it is. It's almost like starting off a business from the beginning. What do you have to do? You got to put a lot of time. You got to put a lot of work, a lot of passion, a lot of fear comes in, a lot of anxiety, a lot of doubts. But if you keep on working, what happens? You get success. Same thing is going to come your way. So this is about working hard together, being committed, and focusing on yourself. And this is how you're going to succeed. Let me go and give you some messages, and let me go and see about that pregnancy also, sweetie. And I'm actually going to be using, I'm going to use a different card for the pregnancy one. I'm going to use this one. All right. Is Patricia still around, by the way? Or Reshma? Although I'm guessing Reshma is not there. But is Patricia somewhere around? I will do Reshma tonight because, well, you know what? I'm here. I'm awake. All is good. And I will do Patricia also. But I'm just kind of wondering if Patricia is somewhere around here. Okay, sweetie, let's go and find out, okay? Now, I do want you to know, IG, I have been seeing, you know, about that. I have been seeing that pregnancy a few times within the following month or so. But I do want to say, if I do not see it this time, it does not... Oh, there you go, Patricia. Hi, sweetie. I do want to say, it does not mean that it's not going to be happening, okay? Energies, you know, they change really, really quickly. I mean, you've witnessed it. And tarot really says 6 months to 1 year. After that, a lot of things can change. So if I don't see it, it does not mean that it is not going to happen. It's just not there yet. So let me answer your question, that being said. 3 of Swords, and there you go. Voila, my beautiful. You've got it again. So it's a yes. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say yes for in 2023, maybe somewhere around summertime, sweetie. So 2023, in summertime, I'm going to say yes, you could definitely become pregnant by next summer, sweetie. Aha, Patricia, that's what happened. Uh-huh. That's okay. Patricia, that just means you had a really good time. Let me go and give you some messages over here, beautiful. Yeah, I think Reshma left her questions for tomorrow, but we will leave her a timestamp. I will do them tonight. All right, let's go and see. Messages. Messages is what we're going for. Let's go here. All right. I long for your kiss, beautiful. The passion I feel is overwhelming, and I don't quite know how to handle this. You know, the only time I screamed that much, Patricia, although I have screamed at parties and everything, and it really was quite shocking, is it's actually when I gave birth to my, and I did not scream, honestly, I did not scream. I'm not a screamer in any kind of way that you want to take this, Patricia, but I'm going to say, it was so much work when I gave birth to my first son. I had no more voice, I think, for like, I'm going to say for at least a month. But I actually had problems if I wanted to scream or to talk louder for like, I was at least 4 or 5 months. Honestly, I could not get a higher pitch. Nothing was coming on out. I mean, I just lost it I lost everything when I gave birth. I guess. I know, right, IG? Oh, Watson, don't think dirty. Don't think dirty. Although you'd be right to think dirty, but I'm really not talking about that. All right, IG, please do what is best for your heart. I wish to be with you. Sometimes I feel like you're too nice. I don't always feel like I deserve your kindness. I know, seriously, love. I had no more voice for like months. I think. I know. Oh, what can I say? I thought I was never going to come back. I thought something really horrible had happened to me. But I came back. And I did not have that with my other children. I don't know. It just happened with him. Which I really miss my son, by the way. I have to say, my oldest son is at his grandmother's since like Saturday. And I miss him. I miss my guy. My 9-year-old boy, I am missing. I'm so excited to see him tomorrow. We went to the aquarium today, and I always buy some stuff for my kids. Some, like, I don't know, aquarium toys, stuffed toys and stuff. And I'm so excited to see him. I just had to say so because we're talking about him and my childbirth with him and screaming. And that being said, I miss my dude. So here we go. Horrifying, right, Lilith? Oh yeah, that was quite the experience. He's wondering what happened, right? Ooh. All right. How could you ever forgive the mess that I have made? I want you to know that emotions truly do overwhelm me. And it is dark without you. He is. My Matthias is so darn adorable. I miss my dude. I do. I can't wait to go see him. We're going to pick him up, and we've been like not doing anything really exciting, like going to zoos or anything, because we know that he wants to be there. And poor guy, he had hurt himself last week. Now he's completely healed. So yeah, that's my story. So that being said, I'm not done. I am not done, IG. I am not done. No. I'm moving to the Cupid one. I am trying to find my way back to you. I am sorry for breaking your trust. He is, Watson. Honestly, I have princes and princesses, but my princess has so much attitude. It is scary. I fear for her husband later on. I wish that you could understand how I feel. I've been watching you over and over from every single source that I can. Let's heal past trauma and get over it. You are that soul that I have been looking for. Yeah, IG, whenever you'll be pregnant, you have to stop checking this stuff, right? He Snapchatted with, no, don't check that stuff. You know what, that IG, how do you even know that? I don't know how Snapchat works, honestly. Yeah, you need to stop, IG. That could be really bad. I know that it is very, what, any way that we can check with who? Yeah, I can try and see that, sweetie. Hold on, let me do it right away. I'm going to go with this one. Yes, IG, you have to be careful with that because, I mean, we could Snapchat with a friend man, we could Snapchat with a friend girl. A lot of stuff can be going on, and it could really just be misconstructed altogether. But let me go see. Oh, the score changes. That's what it is? That's it? Oh, it drives you crazy. Close it, IG. Close it. Oh, IG, if you only knew. If you only knew. Yeah, no. For a little while, I was spying on my person. Yes, I was. And without a doubt, he was spying on me too. But anyways, that being said, I was spying on him. And whenever I heard like text messages or whatever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Who is he Snapchatting with? Let's go see. That being said, what I want to say, IG, is sometimes it seems bad and you're kind of wondering like why and what time and why is he not talking with me, right? Yeah, it makes you think wrong things. I know, and it can really be wrong. I know, like it's a girl, and what if it's a girl that he, you know, wants to be with, and so on. I know, I get you. All right, ultimately over here, what I am going to say is whoever this person is that we are Snapchatting with, which is, I need to go check out Snapchat. I do. I am going to say I do feel like it is a girl. So I'm going to put that out right away. And it's not that I don't want you to sleep or anything of the such. I do feel as though the position is known. It is not for any love or anything of the such. I don't even feel as though this is somebody, I don't know if it's somebody that he actually talks to often or not. But I'm not necessarily getting that it's the best conversation for some reason. So I don't know if we're kind of updating this person or not. I am going to say that this person, whoever this girl is interested in him. I'm not going to lie onto that neither. I do see it. So it is a girl. This girl is interested in him. My good news is he is not interested, and I don't feel as though he really likes this person all this much altogether. So I just kind of feel for some reason he's kind of caught talking with this person, and he's just not happy to be into that position. Yeah, because he didn't message you. Yeah, of course we can pendulum, sweetie. Let's go and see. Now, Leo, Snapchat with a girl. Is Leo Snapchatting with a girl? And that is a yes. Is Leo Snapchatting with a girlfriend? That is a no. Is Leo Snapchatting with a girl for flirting? And that is a no. Is Leo Snapchatting for dating? Also a no. But you know what? You know that he is there, right? And you know that he is available onto his phone, right? Because he is Snapchatting. Why can't you Snapchat him? Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. Is this somebody that he is interested in? Is this lady somebody that he is interested in? Okay, I'm going to say over here, this is a no. You know that he's on his phone. You know that he is available, right? Do you have him onto your Snapchat? If yes, Snapchat him, sweetie. Yeah, if he's not interested into this person, this is a question I just asked. This girl is interested in him, though. Is this girl interested in Leo? Yeah, so the girl's interested in him, but he's not interested in her. Which, you know what, if it can help you, calm you in any kind of way, this has happened in the past many, many times where there's been a lot of people interested in him, but not necessarily him into them. If you have Snapchat, and I know that you do, and you can Snapchat him, why don't you Snapchat him and just kind of, take that vibe away, talk with him, hi, how are you doing, or send him a text. You know that he's on his phone, right? You know that he's somewhere around that he can answer you. Send him a message, see how that goes, sweetie. Try to break up whatever conversation is going on, or try to just kind of put in your vibe, put in your energy in there, sweetie. Oh, you don't know when she snapped him. Okay, you just noticed that the score changed. It was not right away. Okay, you see, I'm an idiot in Snapchats. Okay, all right. I thought it just changed right now and you were spying. Okay, so we don't know if he's there or not. All right, okay, so the good news over here, IG, what I do want you to remember is we validated it's a girl. We validated she's interested in him, but what's most important is we validated that he is not interested in her and it's just a friend. In case he needed his space to feel better since he was sick, right? Yeah. So I'm going to say, do as I mentioned earlier, send him a message tomorrow, but into the evening after the working hours. And send him a message on out and just, ask him if he's feeling better. Just go like that. But you don't know. It was this afternoon. Okay. And I know it's going to be really, really difficult for you, IG, but more you move into this relationship with Leo, more you're going to have to stop, kind of looking at that, because I mean, he could Snapchat with multiple friends, and they're really just friends. They're not necessarily love, right? It's like a messenger, it's like an Instagram or Facebook. You got a lot of friends, you got a lot of people onto that. Like you, do you Snapchat to other people? Most definitely you do. And they're not necessarily people that you're interested in. So try to look at your situation and bring that over to his situation. And just try to remember that when you're feeling anxious, okay? Write that down and just remember that, you know what? He told you he's sorry. He said he didn't want to do that again. He holds on to you. He said that he loved you. You had a great time together. Hold on to those beautiful thoughts. This is what you got to work on. We were talking about it a while ago, how you need to get out of that symptoms. You need to get out of that anxiety. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to go. You're going to relax. You're going to take, I don't know, if you drink wine, take a glass of wine or a cup of tea, something, have a nice bath, watch a movie, change your mind. And every single time you get anxiety, every single time you think about it, I want you to think about all the beautiful points that you have with Leo. Think about the date. Think about the time you spent together. Think about what you did together. Think about what he said to you. Bring that in. Bring it close to your mind. Bring it close to your heart. Hold into that. And every single time you have doubt, you hold on to that. And tomorrow night, if he has not contacted you, send him a message out. And to conclude, I'm going to give you some love messages from him with, oh, why don't we go to the Hermit deck? A Hermit, yes. And hello, by the way, my beautiful kids world. How are you doing, sweetie? All right, I am getting some sex over here. I am getting that would you worry about us a lot. Also knowing that you do have many options, many choices. It is my pleasure, IG. And honestly, if even you do have any doubts and you want to write me a message, you want to write me an email tonight, IG, you're just feeling better like that, go for it. I tell you, you never write me a message, but if you want to, I'm there for you. Write me your anxieties, write me your fears. I hope that you're going to continue to wait for me. I want you to know that this is a yes for the relationship. I am going to be reaching out again. And just what we were talking about, we're absolutely terrified ourselves, but we are doing kind of like you're doing. We are manifesting this relationship. So my beautiful IG, this is time. Spirit is asking you to work onto that anxiety. Let's take it on in and let's get rid of that anxiety. We are today, Tuesday. It is. We can do it on any night. All right, I will do a relaxing spell for you, sweetie. Okay. Before I go to bed, I will do a relaxing spell for you. Hopefully, it will help you out. Okay. Exactly. Beautiful Patricia. August 25th, you say it was a very special day for you guys. What can you do to help you guys bring together, right? Help A feel comfortable about moving forward. All right. Let's go see my beautiful Patricia over here. What is going on? I'll check that out for you, Kids World, okay? So what can you do to help you guys, get together, bring things closer? All right, we got to get out of the loneliness is what we've got to do. We have to over here. He's going to take action, honestly, because there's really nothing that you can truly do. He needs to be the one who really takes that action. He needs to be the one who is going to be powerful, who's going to do something over here, right? He's probably coming here for work. Okay, well, you know what? Whenever he does come on by, you can't do anything about him not coming before. You really just got to wait for him to come because you can't push him. Whenever he's going to be ready, he's going to come on forward. So you need to wait for that. And he's not telling you in case it falls through, right? So for the moment, you just got to stay open is what you've got to do. You've got to be there. And you've got to be loving and just say, you know what, if ever you do come over here for work or, you know, I know that you were supposed to come, well, you know, you just let me know and I'll free up my schedule for you. Just let him know that you are there, that you are open, that he has a place to stay with you, you know, and that you guys can finally spend some time together. So it's going to be really, really important to do that. More than that, there's nothing much that you can do. He needs to be the one to do something. All that you can truly do is open up, to offer him a stability, to offer him love, to offer him protection, so he knows that this relationship is protected, that you're not going to go off with somebody else. And then he's going to feel strong enough to take action towards you. He's going to be feeling as though he is open to do so, he is comfortable to do so, and that's when he is going to do it. But in no other occasion will he, sweetie. So I guess there's no real magical spells into all of this, right? Manifestation, of course, yes, ultimately. And you've been doing that. And I know you've been doing that, sweetie. And I just feel like you need to continue. I feel like we might need to patch up a little bit for those pictures. He was, you know, being a little bit nutty onto that. So I am going to say let a little bit of time go on by. We're speaking about the month of August. It's coming in, you know, in approximately 2 weeks from now. So just maybe say in 3 or 4 days, you know, oh, I'm back from my vacation. You know, how was your weekend? If ever you're planning on coming up into the month of August, let me know. You know, I'll clear up a couple days so we can spend some time together, and just kind of leave it like that. Yeah, there's nothing much more than you can do, sweetie. Hopefully he is going to be coming on out, you know, for those dates. Exactly, Juanson. I could not have said it beautiful into a more beautiful kind of way. Same thing goes towards Patricia, and I know that Patricia already does it. Patricia is the queen of positivity, honestly. And you told him that you were back. Okay, perfect. So, you know what? You're back, and that's it. The next message, just send him out, you know, that you're enjoying summer. You hope that he's enjoying it too. And, you know, you're available whenever he comes on through, whenever he comes on by. He's got a place to stay. He can, you know, come and see you. Yeah, one time a week, right? And was he okay with that? Oh, that's when he said not to send pictures? Okay, yeah. Okay, well, you know, it is a certain balancement. It is once a week instead of, you know, often. So, yeah, I'm going to say, why not? But I kind of feel as though I would have put the pictures and the videos onto the side. I feel like I would just kind of stick to messages, you know, hi, how are you doing? Wishing you a beautiful day. Just stuff like that. Hey, Reshma! There you are, sweetie. I'm so glad that you're there. Have you been here all along, Reshma? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Honestly, you really just have to manifest upon what it is that you want, IG. Take a picture of him if you do have one. Hold on to something that is of his that you do have, and really just hold on to that thought. Think about nothing else. Think about the positive that you want. Think about what it is that you desire. Ask the universe what you desire out of this, why you desire it, and have even that message sent out to him from the universe so he does receive it. It is the very best thing that you can do, my beautiful. Honestly, it is. I will onto my own side because I do have some manifestations. I do have, you know, some happiness, and I do have a lot of different spells and different anointments and all different kind of stuff that I have that can help you out. But I will do that when I'm done the live tonight. I'll do a spell for you and Leo and see what that brings for you guys. So, but what I do want to send out as a spell tonight is going to be a spell, but for, I want to get clarity. So it's going to be a spell on getting clarity onto the relationship, on getting a more relaxed, a more open type of relationship so we can release the fear. And it upset you. Exactly. So every single time, IG, this is what you've got to do. You've got to sit down, and this is what you've got to work on. So I'm going to do this for you onto my own side because I have my secret spells, and I have all my witchcraft that I need. I have all my anointing, and all my candles and everything that I need. So I'm going to do that for you, and we'll work on this. We're going to get this, okay? So this is what I'm working on. I'm going to really work onto your relationship, getting clarity, getting more calmness throughout this relationship so everybody can feel better, so you're more open to live the relationship that you're meant to have. Yeah. Exactly, Rajma. Same thing, right? Oh no, IG. Honestly, there's not that many people who actually put spells on stuff on. No, honestly, I don't know if it's because he drank too much alcohol, maybe more than what he usually does, but that's it. Yes, that's what I'm working on, IG. I mean, I have a million different spells, but this one is the one that I want to work on for you at this moment. I'm going to work onto your anxiety. I'm going to work onto your calmness. So along with that, you're going to have to do your efforts onto your side, and we're going to get through this just as we did with manifesting Leo back into your life. We're going to work this out, IG. Everything's going to be okay, my beautiful. I know, IG, and I have questions all the time about people who are wondering if black magic has been done upon them. And it does happen. There are so many different people who do all different kind of magic, and a lot of people don't do it well, so it doesn't really turn out. But that being said, I don't feel like this was a case, so you're okay. That's what it was. It really was a drinking, sweetie. I'm sure it's what it was. He drank way too much because he was anxious and he was kind of afraid. He didn't really know how all of this was going to work out. And this is kind of what it gave, sweetie. It is my great pleasure, IG. It is my pleasure, beautiful, to try to bring this, this calmness, this beauty, and release this out of your life. My beautiful Rajma, I'm going to do your answers tonight, sweetie. So in the meantime, IG, I say, go on forward, do your manifestations. I will do them for you in about 30 minutes time, okay? I will be doing it. So you can always do it at the same time as me if you wish to do so. So if you want, in approximately 30 minutes, you can have your manifestations onto your side. Onto my side, I will do my spell. I'm sorry, I swallowed the wrong way. I will do my spell onto my side, so we'll be doing it at the same time. It'll create a little bit more of an effect. It'll be a little bit stronger. So give me about a half an hour, IG, and I will work on that for you, okay? In the meanwhile, I'm going to go and see Rejma. It is my great pleasure, sweetie. And I'm going to go and see our dear friend Watson. So what is going on in Azar's life? What is going on in Azar's life, sweetie? What is he up to? Let's go find out. And I'm going to take another sip for that. All right, much better. It is my great pleasure. So meet you in the manifestation zone in about 30 minutes, beautiful IG. I have Reshma. I have a Kids World also that was wondering. So I'm going to go to Reshma, and I do have a Kids World. That's true here. We're wondering why he was not answering your questions, right? All right. So what is going on in Azar's life? Let's go and find that out. In Azar's life, here we go. We're looking for those new beginnings, but I feel as though we are being... I feel as though we're always a little bit into this, always a little bit into some deception. I feel as though we're just not serious. I feel like sometimes we do manipulate, and ultimately we're having some type of self-sacrifice is really what is going on. I feel as though we are surrendering our happiness. We're surrendering really our peace and our happiness for something like this. You do, Juanson. I just feel as though he's not happy into his world. He wants new beginnings, but I feel as though he is being manipulated onto his side. Anyways, love-wise, into his love life. I don't feel like it's easy. I feel like he has decided, anyways, at this moment, that it is better to sacrifice himself, sacrifice his wants and his desires and his ultimately his life into a certain way, and accepting what he has. I feel as though he is somewhat letting go of the situation to just be as it is, and whatever happens will happen. That being said, if the wife ever decides that she no longer wants to be with him, then it will be that ending that will happen, but he's not necessarily going to be making that move so that that ending does happen. So he's kind of going with the flow into all this, knowing that he's not really all that happy whatsoever. So I'm going to say into his life, love-wise, happiness-wise, it is not there. I don't feel any happiness. I don't feel any love. I just really feel like there's a big lack of teamwork. Financially speaking, I don't feel like it's all that good neither. Ultimately, I'm going to say at this moment, it is somewhat a little bit of survival. We're just kind of looking for some type of improvement. So it's really difficult, Reshma, right now. An advice from spirits on moving forward in this connection with Azar. Let's start over here. All right, so ultimately how you need to move on to this, right? I feel that, hold on. It's really going to be depending on you, sweetie Reshma. There's two different ways that you can go upon this, right? You can decide that there's an ending, or you can decide that you're going to continue, that you're going to, just continue with the flow and see wherever this does bring you. I feel as though onto his side, as I said, I don't feel like he's making any changes at this moment. Whatever happens, happens, but his life is really not all that good. It's very chaotic at this moment. I feel as though this is about wanting. I feel as though it's about wanting to have luck. It's about wanting to have change. But at the same time, the problem being is that Azar is not putting the effort into it, is not actually making that move towards it. So ultimately, are you hurting yourself more by waiting? Is a question that I feel that you need to see, that you need to seek or to answer if that is good for you or not. Ultimately, I cannot answer it for you. I know that he, does bring a lot of abundance. He does bring a lot of happiness, a lot of love into your life, because otherwise you wouldn't be holding on to him. Problem being is that we're always kind of procrastinating. We're always promising something. We're always saying something, and we're just doing something completely opposite. I don't see like anything is going to change over here for the moment, Reshma. So I feel as though either you wait upon, or you decide to cut with that energy and you move on forward. This is what I'm getting as an energy for this moment. I feel as though you, Spirit, is saying you need to work on to nurturing yourself. You need to find your security, and you need to make yourself happy and successful. into your own way. And then if ever he does pop on in, perfect. If it is a good timing, fantastic. If he doesn't, at least you will have found your happiness. You will have nurtured yourself. You will have taken care of yourself. And he is going to be somewhat of a beautiful bonus, if you will. Beautiful, Reshma. I know that it's not necessarily the answer that you would like, but it's the energy that I'm seeing right now. Hopefully it will change. Hopefully, you know, he'll decide that his life is really not going well, so he's going to make some changes. He's going to do something about it, right? But at this moment, I don't see it, and I don't want you holding on. I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want you to block out other people who could come into your life, who could love you truly and want to give you what you need right here, right now. I know you're working on it, and I know that it takes a certain amount of time. So I'm going to say, like we were saying to IG, like Watson was saying, and I know that you do it, it's really about manifesting. It's really about working onto it, but every single day. And at some point, we don't even really realize it. You know what? Poof, we wake up one morning and everything makes sense. So I'm sending you a really, really big hug. A really big hug, sweetie Reshma, because you so deserve it. You're so loving. You're so caring. You do everything possible for everybody around you. You deserve love, and you deserve true love. And I hope that Azar one day will be able to give it to you. But if he's not, I wish for somebody to love you, sweetie. Because you just deserve it. You are just fantastic. A Kid's World. You're wondering why he's not answering back to you, right? And then we have Watson to finish up. Alright, so what do we got coming on out over here, Kids World? I feel as though there's just some imbalance. I don't know, did you have a conflict with him? Did you have a fight or something at Kids World? There's some type of imbalance, some type of conflict over here. Ultimately, I feel as though there is a little bit of anxiety. I feel as though this is why we're pulling away. This is why we're not, and I'm saying pulling away. This is why we're a little bit distant. We're not pulling away. We're going to be right back. And we don't even need to be right back because we are still there. We never left. Everything's going to be okay. Give it 2-3 days. Everything is fine. I just feel as though he's a little bit upset. Something happened over here. Some type of conflict, some type of frustration, some type of something came on up into, it could be, I don't know if it was a fight. I don't know if it was a conversation. Maybe you had different opinions upon something, and it just kind of threw him off a little bit. But he's not going anywhere. He's going to be absolutely fine, sweetie. Watson. Let's go see what we've got for you. And voila, for our dear friend Watson. 9 of Pentacles. Followed on out by 7 of Swords. Also getting Justice. Followed out by 9 of Cups. As for your life in general, Watson, I know that you're really good at the manifestation. I don't even have to tell you about that. You are that king of that king. I don't even feel as though we should call you the knight school. Honestly, you're like a king, Watson. I think we should promote you to king. I think you've always been a king. We're just putting you as a knight. It's not fair. I'm going to say over here, and of course, I do have to say, I did not write back to your email, but honestly, take in the heat, Watson. Take it. And take it for me. My dear gosh. I wanted to go to the aqua park today, but when I was at home, honestly, I live in Boischatel, but it should be called Cloudyville because it was, oh my gosh, it was supposed to be like 29 and hot today, and we thought, well, let's go to the aqua park. It'll be the perfect day, right? And I know this is not into your reading, but I just had a flash about you writing to me that it was so friggin' hot and you're waiting for pumpkins, right? Yeah, but that being said, it was supposed to be really, really hot, but I actually had to put a sweater out to go outside because it was so darn cloudy. It was not warm whatsoever. I even thought of putting pants on. And then I ended up going to the aquarium because I didn't want to go to Aquapark and freeze my, my bottom off. And that's that. It was really hot. It's just cold wherever I live, for frig's sake. So that being said, I just have to say, you take in all that heat, sweetie. Take it in for me. Put a fan yourself. Do something. Yeah. Or why don't we switch houses once and come on over here for a few months? Let's see if you still complain after a couple of months of really coldness over here. All right, that being said, I'm getting back to your reading, okay? I'm going to say ultimately over here, is there something that's stressing you out, Watson? Is there something that's bothering you that is not part of Elizabetha? There's something who's a little bit keeping you sad or you're wondering about over here. Ultimately, I don't feel. Maybe it's just because I don't feel as though you have all the... Maybe it's just because you don't have Elizabetha into your life and you're kind of wondering and you'd like to have her, and maybe this is why I'm seeing a little bit of sadness, a little bit of melancholy. But I just kind of feel like you feel like something is unfair. Maybe you feel like it's unfair the fact that she's still with the other person. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you feel like it's unfair. Maybe you're afraid that she might stay with the other person. I don't know. I'm getting like some vibes over here, some energy that is not your usual energy. It seems to be a little bit lower than usual, which is kind of interesting, isn't it? Can you bring Lilith? Of course you can. Sure thing. My dear gosh. Bring Lilith. Yes, yes, and yes. You go for it. Lilith likes French people, and she can practice her French, and it's all good. Yeah, I mean, you guys can go skiing. You guys can do whatever you want. Go for it. Yeah. Have fun. Yeah. There you go. You can bring Lilith. Yeah, not a problem. It's all good. I'm going to swap houses with you guys is what I'm going to do. So what's going on, Watson? Probably, but I was sing a song that channeled a love sad song. Oh, well, maybe that's what it's all about. Sing a song, sad song. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of sadness, and that's just not you usually. You're really upbeat and happy, and even if things are kind of shitty, you still have beautiful, positive vibes. You manifest. It is just absolutely fantastic. Look, doesn't matter how many darn cards I take out, sweetie. I'm still getting some headaches. I'm still getting, searching for some justice. I'm still getting some sadness. Okay, we're going to put it onto that sad song. Stop singing sad songs. Don't do that anymore, okay? Yeah. Yeah, no more sad songs, please. I don't want to see no sad energies anymore for you. I don't like it. It doesn't, no, I don't. It's not good. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue on. I'm moving away from the light seers and your sad songs. Oh, la, 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 la. Okay, let's continue here, Watson. Don't get me discouraged over here. Yes, I don't like this at all. All right, let's continue. All right, here we go, as I talk to myself. Yeah, you can take me anywhere. You'll go, right? Yeah, send me a song. Yeah, sure. Put my vibes down too, Watson. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what is going on for you? I pulled out a little bit of a cross over here because, I just feel like switching stuff up and I didn't want the sad stuff anymore. So let's go with another deck. I'm seeing over here, this is struggling with a relationship. So we know what this is, right? A little bit of disharmony because we don't quite have Elizabetha yet. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to get Elizabetha. I feel as though you are a beautiful, patient knight and king, but you're still a little bit impatient anyways because you truly do want her into your life. But the relationship is still a little bit immature, not quite ready for it yet. There's still some distractions along. So I'm going to say we still kind of have to wait a little bit. I feel as though we could even be lacking a little bit of some ideas every here and there. We need her to kind of open up, and then as soon as she opens up a door, you just kind of jump on in, right? Just go for it. Whenever she opens one up, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be that bruise like you were talking about, anything. Jump on in and be that king. What I'm seeing over here is, yeah, you see, there's an inability to commit right now. So we're kind of struggling to juggle. I feel like there's a mix over here between you and the ex or the boyfriend or the soon-to-be ex. there's really just this combination between both of you guys. One day it's you, one day it's the other. One day. When she's with you, she wants to be with you. And then, when she's at home, she does still think about you, but she thinks about the other one too. It's complicated. She needs to get rid of the other one ultimately because she's thinking about you, so she's kind of cheating on him, right? So, that being said, I am seeing abundance. I am seeing, that you are very self-sufficient. And I'm not going to get into any 18-plus sexual stuff going on, but you are self-sufficient. I'm going to say over here, you're beautifully, financially independent, no doubt about it. And you know what? You're just moving on forward. Great things are coming your way. You're going to be rewarded for your efforts, may it be in singing, success, achievements. They're all coming your way, sweetie. So, hope is coming on in. It is good. I like it. Much better with this deck, honestly. Screw the other one. Let's not use it again. Or stop singing sad songs. Only happy stuff whenever you see me, sweetie. All right, let's go see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, hopefully Spirit doesn't have anything sad for you. Now is the time for you to rest, relax, and heal. Take care of yourself and be at peace with yourself. That's what I gotta say. And, well, let's go see our soulmate, because, it is a soulmate. Oh, no, Dana, you need to click the notifications, sweetie. It's every night at the same time at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, lovely. I'm here every single night with Lilith and Juanson. All right, we will see you tomorrow, sweetie. Thank you for coming back tomorrow. Love you, beautiful. Honestly, we never change a time, and when we do, I put a post. So we are here. We'll be waiting for you. Juanson, you are who you are because of your history. All of it has helped you grow in love and in wisdom. Every experience has blessed you in some way. Embrace the past and forgive anything that needs forgiving. Thank you, Lilith, for posting that out, sweetie. All right, and hold on. Let's do this over here. What I want to do is take out some angel. I don't want to take out some messages. All right, see you tomorrow, sweetie. Have yourself a sweet evening or sweet dreams. 1979, this number reminds you to live onto your own terms. Do not allow anybody to convince you that you are unworthy or that you are less than. You are an asset in God's plan for the superconscious. This number is also a reminder to always do the right things, even if others live without their integrity. Oh yeah, I'm still here, Paula. My gosh, don't you know that we're hardworking, Paula? Lilith and Juanson and I, we're just like Duracell batteries, honestly. All right, messages. Let's get some messages. Let's go for it. Let's start over here. Good night, Paula. I need to hold back my true feelings for you at this moment. Oh, I am leaving, Paula. I am, sweetie, when I'm done with Juanson in a couple minutes. I wish that I could be fully honest with you. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light when you're not around. All right, let's continue. Seriously, I am, Paula. I am. I'm like that bunny. And let's go over here. You are the soul that I have been looking for. Whatever this is, it's coming to us. Let's reflect ourselves in this relationship so we can make a rightful decision. I have a strange feeling that I have met you in my dreams before. How cute is that? I like it. Ooh. All right. And let's do a little bit of a hermit deck. Is that not cute? I have a strange, that's the last one, right? I have a strange feeling that I have met you before into my dreams. That is so darn cute. All right, I am missing some strength and some ego to get closer to you. Ace of Swords, wanting those beginnings. Ace of Wands, wanting those creations. Wanting to start a family, wanting to ground oneself with you, needing you to listen ultimately to your heart. And let's finish it with one card, Watson. One magical card just for you. One magical card, hold on, and it's going to be this one. No, Paula, this is a new lady. Although you have to know, Paula, I mean, Juanson is not just Juanson. He is a knight, he is a king, and he has a harem of beautiful ladies around him. He's like a chick magnet, ultimately. Yeah. We're going to call you the chick magnet, Juanson. That sound horrible to call you the chick magnet? Okay, I'm going to keep you as my king. Yeah, the chick magnet sounds cheesy. Yeah, it's kind of like my bowl of big nuts. Yeah. Oh no. Oh gosh. I should have said my bowl of big nuts from Costco, because now I'm turning 18 plus again with my big nuts. This is just not good. Okay, Paula, good night, sweetie. Honestly, I need to get off. I do. That sounds bad too, talking with the big nuts. I need to get off. I need to get off of the live and go to bed is what I want to say. I need to go manifest. Yes. Yeah, you sent me the email, didn't you? I need to go and do some spells for IG now is what I need to do. Yes. So, I am seeing over here what it is that we want to tell you. Elizabeth, I want you to know that she does have a lack of support into her life. There's lack of support. I know, seriously, it just took me way too long. I'm seeing over here that she does have some family problems, that there is going to be a separation is what she does want to tell you. So she's into a moment of great uncertainty right now, but she has been dreaming about you and she is planning on leaving her boyfriend for you. All right, so that is what I have to say for tonight, guys. I am going to stop my silliness, and I am going to wish sweet dreams to every single one of you beautiful souls. And yeah, I know, seriously. And we will see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. I think my chat is frozen again, honestly. It just kind of stops and freezes and stops and freezes. I will click end stream and I will have a bunch of messages that are going to pop up. It is. So, sending you guys so much love, and see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Good night, everybody. Juanson, stop complaining about the heat, okay? Don't complain about it. I'm going to send you a picture of a pumpkin or a happy Halloween day or something. Good night, everybody. Your sad was song. Your sad was song. No doubt about it. From the cards that I saw, it was horrific, Juanson. You need to sing happy songs. Ah, tanti baci. Ah, bella. That is so perfect. I love it. Ah, sweet dreams. Tanti baci a te. Buonanotte. Yeah, I'm going to send you pumpkins, Juanson. Good night, everybody. Baci? I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Baci was good. No, not two C's, one C's. If you put two C's, it becomes a Baki. Yeah, two C's become a K. So Baci was C-I. It was perfect. Sweet dreams, everybody.